Hello and welcome to Dice Shrapnel. My name's Jimmy. I'm going to be the regular game master for this group of miscreants. Hope you enjoy.
My name's Brett. I play Joshua Johnson. He is a 31-year-old white male who's approximately 5'10" and has a medium build with blonde hair and blue eyes. Brown hair, and blue eyes.
Hi, my name is Jake. I play the character Thomas Kahn. He's a mid-30s Vietnam vet, ham radio operator, substitute school teacher, kind of pudgy, somewhat smart, kind of geekish, nerdish, and tends to put things in his mouth a lot.
My name is Daryl. I play Ross Thibodeau. I'm 5'6", 240 pounds. I've got red shoulder-length hair with green eyes. Obviously, I'm a white guy, 26 years old, kind of tending towards the gut.
I'm Mark. I play Trevor Smith. Appear to be a middle-aged white guy, dark black hair, wears glasses, little heavy set, kind of nerdish. There you go.
My name is Danny. My character is Gwendolyn Mitchell, who also goes by Gwen. She's a fiery redhead with freckles all over her face and gray eyes. She has a similar build to myself, 5 foot, 110 pounds, and she is an author.
Hi, I'm Terry, and I'm an engineer for Texas Instruments. I live with my wife Kristen in Dallas, Texas, and I'm originally from up north, but then I went to Vietnam in the service for a while, and I came back and resettled here, where I've lived happily and successfully with my wife.
January 1st, 1985. The Internet's domain name system is created. January 2nd. Egyptian President Hosni Mubarak reappoints Coptic Pope Shenouda III. January 8th. Primetime Wrestling is to air its second episode featuring a bout between Rowdy Roddy Piper and the Tonga Kid. January 10th, 1985 is today.
10th?
Correction. 9th. The 9th, my bad. So, yes, January 9th. I don't know why I didn't write that one down. That is today. And today, that's an important thing, because today, in the evening, there's going to be a convention of this group of individuals. Probably going to be happening well before what was originally scheduled. We will pick up at approximately 5 p.m. Because the vast majority of you had to deal with work to one degree or another. You are going to be getting, you would have had the day off today.
Yeah, I was off in the morning.
So,
I do
yes.
have a question.
Yes.
Would my character the night before have been able to get a hold of him to discuss the radio stuff for the mayor?
You know how the mayor wasn't able to get a hold of him? The same thing happened with you. Never answered the phone, wasn't able to get directly hold of him. So, you're going to have to deal with it now.
Okay.
Drive over. Okay, so, how would we like to start this one? It's approximately 5 p.m., and you know that you have some things to work on. You are probably going to be a catalyst in this instance.
Okay. I'm going to try him again on the phone.
Okay?
And...
Okay, that's not how it works.
I am on.
Okay.
So and if you want to go mobile with your phone while you're talking, there's a handle back here you can carry it with you.
Oh.
So,
You gotta pick it up.
you pick it up, and then you do the...
Oh.
Because if you dial it before, it's not actually sending anything anywhere.
Ring.
You gotta do at least 6.
Hello.
It was a seven digits.
Still
This is Thomas.
Well, a lot of them
Finally
have
got a hold of you. It's Gwen.
Hey, how's it going? What's new?
The mayor may be funding us to listen to the thing. Are you needing any equipment towards listening to the broadcast tonight?
No, I'm pretty sure I've got everything that we need.
You sure? 100%. You don't want him to pay for anything right now.
Oh, we can get some other equipment later, but for this, I think I'm set up for.
Okay. Do we have a thing to record over the message?
Yeah, I've got a really nice Sony reel-to-reel
Okay, that was the main thing that he wanted to make sure you had.
recorder.
So,
No, it's not!
no? Okay, then inspo!
Did you not take notes?
I did, but I apparently forgot to write that.
He wanted to find out where
It was from.
it was from.
Oh, do you have a way to triangulate where it was from?
Well, I can't triangulate it by myself. We'll actually have to have a minimum of 3 stations. But where I'm at is we can get a rough guesstimate of the direction that it's coming from.
Okay, so I guess I can...
No, he's wanting specifically to know exactly where it's from.
Okay.
Because if you can identify where it's from, you can identify who did it.
So I will let him know that we would need how many more stations too?
Well, we'll have to get some more ham operators involved.
Okay.
Because
So 2 more stations and 2 people with familiarity with the ham operations.
right, and we'll have to have them kind of spread out.
Definitely have to have them spread out.
Okay. I will inform him and then get back to you.
All right, sounds like a plan.
Thank you.
All right, catch you later.
Bye. Okay. So then I'm going to call. Okay, it's a Wednesday, right?
The 9th. Yes. Wednesday, January 9th.
And what time did he say?
About
it
5
was?
p.m. So, now about
What time
5
is
p.m.
the...
I know. Yeah, I'm spacing that. Okay, so I pick up the phone and then I'm calling. So his office would be open now, right?
Business. Oh, no.
We
Office
just closed at 5.
closed at 5.
So I'm trying the house. He might not be there yet though.
Okay.
Who is she calling?
The mayor.
Oh,
I'm gonna have a tech point. She went too long. It would have gone to fast busy already. You're off the hook.
Oh, and you can't just drop it and pick it back up. You got to give it like a second or 2.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm calling the mayor.
Okay. Calling it home. After 3 rings, the line is picked up. This is the Taylor residence. Can I help you?
This is Gwendolyn Mitchell. I was hoping to speak with the mayor.
He has not arrived back from the office yet. Is there a number I can have him call, or does he have your information?
He should have my information. Just tell him as soon as he's available to.
Okay.
Give me a ring.
I
Thank you.
will. You said your name was what again?
Gwendolyn Mitchell.
Gwendolyn Mitchell. I will get the message to him.
Thank you.
He shows up.
Okay. Trying to figure out. My character's probably gonna try and get a hold of everyone to make sure that we're all still meeting at his place, while still trying to be by my phone long enough for the mayor to get back to me.
Okay.
So,
All right. So starting off with who?
probably him.
All right.
Hey,
There you
she's doing
go.
good now.
Okay, ring.
Wajak residence.
Hi, it's Gwen.
Oh, hey, Gwen, it's Terry. How you doing?
Good. Are you still planning on joining? Have anyone informed you about the meeting we're trying to do this afternoon?
No, me and the wife just got back in town. We was up north visiting family.
Okay, so we translated the code and we are going to be listening in to a radio station at about 2200 tonight. We're planning on meeting about 2 hours or so prior to that, right?
Oh, that
Yeah.
sounds great. Where are we meeting at?
We are meeting at what's your character's name again?
Thomas.
Tom. We're meeting at Thomas's house. And Thomas, have you given me your address before? Okay.
Oh, that's out there. He lives on
Yep.
the other side of town. Nice
Okay.
place, though.
Yep. So we're meeting there about 2 hours prior. So if you're able to come at least before 2200, that would be great.
I'll be there.
These two know each other already, so
Yep.
yeah.
And if you got any questions about it, you can ask our medic friend.
All right, good copy. Thanks.
Bye.
Okay, who's you getting up next?
I just was gonna circle. So, or scientist that's
I was
been yelling at
already
me.
walking, so I'm not going to be there to answer the phone.
Okay,
I'm just headed over to his house.
just heading over to his place. So
You went ahead and
you
put it over.
Do you
So
have
I
an
called him
answering
for
machine,
nothing.
or do you just?
I think I'd have an answering machine.
Okay, so you'll
Okay.
end up getting the answering machine.
I just reminding you, 2200 tonight. Bye.
And she's gonna get my answer machine because I'm gonna go eat beforehand.
Mark, what's your character's name?
Okay.
Trevor Smith.
Yep, I'm gonna go out to eat beforehand, so
Okay.
I won't even be at the house.
Okay.
Okay.
Daryl, what was your character's name again?
My name is Ross.
That's right.
And then, so then I'm going to probably fix sandwiches for my little sister and myself and wait a little bit longer and hope Mayor calls soon.
I imagine Ross bought the tape on the television commercial that had the corny answering machine.
You have never lied.
We are not home.
Yeah, we are not home. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Yeah.
That was great.
Okay. About 15 minutes later, your phone rings.
Hello?
Gwendolyn Mitchell. Is this she?
Yes.
This is the mayor.
So I finally got a hold of him. He informed me that he would need 2 more stations and 2 other ham operators to be able to triangulate.
Okay, is that something he can train some of y'all to do? Because we're trying to keep this as small a party as possible. Discretion being the main key here. Is this something that you can... Is he there?
He is not. He is at his house, so if you are able, if you have his information to be able to get a hold of him, or I can provide it, whichever.
Well, hold on one moment. I called you. You hear a click and a click, and then you hear a dial tone added into the phone.
Ooh.
Oh.
Your phone is ringing.
Hello, Con Residence. This is Thomas.
Mr. Khan, this is the mayor. I have you on a 3-way call with Miss Gwendolyn Mitchell. She is on the line.
Hello, sir.
I have questions regarding what's going on with the radio frequency information. In order to track down this individual, do you have the availability to triangulate? Are you able to take care of that yourself? What do you need?
Well, we need probably at least 2 more stations, probably mobile stations. Mobile being vehicle mounted. And you actually need to be licensed by the FCC to be able to operate in those frequencies. And we don't have that kind of time frame right now before the broadcast.
Well, that's problematic because a portion of why I'm paying you people is because I had the expectation you were going to be able to provide all of that. Now, what do you need? Is it something that I can purchase as far as equipment? Obviously, some of this stuff might end up skirting the law, as it were.
I understand.
I don't necessarily need anybody to have licensing. They could be working towards licensing as far as I'm concerned.
I understand.
Or there's some people that you know, other ham operators that you talk to on a regular basis that you would trust.
Yes, I have couple of individuals that I can contact that know that certain things don't get discussed, that I can get a hold of, and I can probably get a hold of them and get them into positions that we could get a good triangulation in time for the broadcast this evening.
Okay, and are you going to be working from a mobile station, or are you looking at working from a station area?
Mine is a base station, and we'll use 2 other mobile stations.
Okay, and now are these individuals fairly local, or are we looking at somebody who's going to be like out of state?
No, they're fairly local.
Okay. If they are going to be listening in with what's going on, in case anything untoward is said, I need to know for a certainty that they're going to be reliable and quiet.
These are people that I would trust with my life.
All right. Well, in that case, sir, we will be trusting both our lives to this.
Understood.
Do what you need to make contact and get this set up, and we will make certain that everyone is paid appropriately.
Yes.
I think that a bonus is going to be
They
in order
won't
for
be
them.
expecting payment for this activity because that's against the law for what we do with amateur radio. You can't make money off of it, but we can skirt some issues and get around that issue.
Well, I need to at least pay for the rental for the equipment that's being used in my name.
Correct. We can make that happen.
That sounds very equitable to me. Let me know how much the rental fee is for the equipment. And gas. We're definitely going to have to cover per diem, as it were.
Totally understandable, sir.
Well, let me know when you are ready. Hopefully you're able to get this squared away before the broadcast tonight.
Oh, I should be able to with no problem.
Now, are there any other questions that you have for me at the moment?
I believe that was the main concern that we were trying to figure out.
No, I'm good. I'm good to go.
All right. Well, thank you very much. I will go ahead and clear the line.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Now, back in the early 80s, three-way phone calls, you had to pay extra in order to have that as a service on your phone.
And you press the little button on the receiver like that.
Mm-hmm. And then dial again.
Okay.
Yeah. The
Meantime,
high-tech stuff.
I'm gonna immediately get on the radio or the phone. Well, I'll get on the phone and call 2 other people that I can trust.
Okay.
Have them get into place an hour ahead of time. Give them the frequency. Explain to them that this is extremely sensitive information.
Okay. We are definitely looking at, okay, based on what you're trying to get them to do, you're going to need to do some fast talking in order to get them, or other form of persuasion. Which way are you going to try to go about on this? Are you going to, let's see, you don't have fast talk.
Now I have, let's see what I have here.
As far as communication stuff, the closest thing that you have is going to be streetwise. So I'm going to allow, in this particular instance, a streetwise at -3 to convince them. And I'm going to make a reaction roll for the first person
Okay.
to begin with to determine whether or not you get any bonuses or penalties on that.
Okay.
Okay. There it is. Okay. No adjustment on this one. Go ahead and make your roll. Give me a
Is it 2 or 3?
It's always 3 dice
Okay.
for any sort of skill roll. So you're looking
for
at
streetwise.
streetwise. You have that at a 12 or less.
So 3 dice, roll a 12 or under.
With a penalty of 2, so
With a
that
penalty
means
of 2,
10
so you
or
need
under.
a 10 or less.
Got
Mid-mix.
12.
Hey, you are able to pull up someone that you know on the hand frequencies, guy that you talk to regularly.
Mm-hmm.
Tom, you were supposed to be on last night. What happened to you? You have no idea. It occurs to you. You don't remember yesterday.
I don't have a clue.
Well then, I really wish I could help you out with doing, but I have other plans. If I'd talked to you last night, I wouldn't have made the plans for it today. You're gonna have to try somebody else, brother. Okay, so try a second roll. Let's see, the next person that you're gonna try, you're actually gonna have a +1 to this, so a -2 and a +1 is a net of -1, so you need an 11 or less.
Maybe.
Okay.
Alright.
The guy you got a hold of is Franklin, blonde guy. You've known him for a few years, and he's always been very friendly with regards to you. You've actually known him in person aside from the ham radio stuff. And he has the mobile stuff. He's going to be able to help you. You still need to get a third.
Okay.
So we need one more reaction roll. Okay.
At this time period, there's actually quite a few ham operators out there.
Yes.
The main thing is
Now,
to have somebody
And the-
that I can trust.
the
Yes.
question for triangulation purposes, you know you got to have 3, makes sense. But who is triangulating? Is it you using the other 3?
Every one of the stations shoots. They record while the station's going on, or transmission is going on. They go back and forth to see where the strongest signal is with a directional beam, and where those intersect is where the station
Okay.
is.
Think of it as a
Well,
That's why it's called
Yeah.
a
Think of it as a big
triangulation.
triangle.
Well, I didn't know if it was
shooting
like you used their information to figure something out for yourself. You only had,
All
you
three.
just had 2 stations you could set up where the fuck ever, and then have the third one. Okay, that's what I need.
Yeah, the idea is ideally you want the thing you're trying to find inside a triangle of
Hopefully.
people.
And the more people you have, the more.
The
Better
more
off
people
it
you
is.
got, the more azimuths that you can shoot and get it a lot more pinpoint. But if you spread out a pretty good area, with 3 you should be able to get it pretty narrow.
3 is going to be the minimum that he would need
Yes.
in order to be effective. So you got another one that is pretty friendly to you, so you'll be at an 11 on this one in order to convince them.
That one didn't work.
No?
Are they hating you now?
They're really mad that I missed the net. So we'll have to try one more at least.
At least. Another one that's generally pretty friendly to you. So 11 or less.
Different dice.
Okay, here's an odd question.
Okay?
I'm gonna assume I'll just say I'm bad in this house at this point.
I'm good with this.
Is there?
You arrive while he's trying to get
Yeah,
all the
we-
people.
How hard would it be for a novice to just show me how this operates really quick, and I'll do what I can do?
What kind of a background do you have? Do you understand?
Scientific, yes.
Do you understand signals? And
What do you have as far as
Bandwidth
like,
and
technology stuff?
Yeah.
Electronics operations skills.
Let's see here.
Did you say computer operations?
Electronic operations, not
Okay.
computer.
I don't have any electronics. I've got computer ops.
However, you do have a math background, don't you?
Yes.
Okay. Basically,
Mathematics, metallurgy,
imagine being in your vehicle, and you've got a radio station that you're trying to listen to.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it'll come in, sometimes it won't. Sometimes that has to do with terrain
Mm-hmm.
or the atmosphere for the propagation of it.
Okay.
But if you understand that basics, you can probably handle it.
Okay. I think I can get this done.
Okay. Let's see. You don't have electronics off, do you?
Nope. But you know what? I have plenty of points. He just ran me through it. I have eidetic memory.
Make a teaching roll. You have teaching.
I do have teaching. Any discipline?
No, actually,
Probably
you
an
get.
advantage.
Son of
Actually,
wait.
he is a what?
Go ahead.
He is a particularly apt pupil, and he has eidetic memory. So, you're actually going to get a +2 on this one.
Well, I'm good either way.
Okay, what you got?
I got it 12 even.
12 even. Okay,
That's
so
what I've got.
So 1 point.
He's going over. You're going to put 1 point into electronics op.
And being the ham radio operator that I am, I'm going to talk.
It's mental easy, isn't it?
It's what?
Electronics op. I believe that's middle easy.
Yeah.
I'll be
Mental
discussing
average.
with you about trying
Mental
to
average,
get
mental average.
Middle average. Yep. Middle average.
My character
And
will be
this is
discussing
specifically
with you,
communications.
trying to
Okay.
get you to become a ham radio operator as well.
Ham.
Yeah,
Ham operator.
ham works.
Yep. Ham is a slang way of saying amateur radio operator.
Which Dean?
I was just seeing how much my skill is now.
Oh, gotcha. Learning it from him, you can't exceed whatever his skill is. So put in the bare minimum to get his skill level of 12.
What's your skill level out of all that?
12.
That'll be right. Bare minimum. That's my IQ. That works for me. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. From here, you can do your own research in order to improve it.
Okay.
I am good with this. So
Sure.
we have at least one other person who now can operate a system. Now that requires you to still have a setup. You still need a system.
Well,
But
I have
the
a mobile.
mayor-
I have a mobile setup
Okay.
that he could take out in my vehicle. He would just have to take my truck out.
I just need someone to drive.
He can't drive.
Okay, so
My character.
There
You
you
can
go.
drive stick or regular.
okay, you're good.
Or we also have.
Yeah.
No.
We got a
You
whole
got people
group
that
of
know how to
people.
drive.
Yes.
Okay, so we need to spread out. You know, we
Just
need
show
to
me where you want me
coordinate
to be.
where we actually need to be, so we can encompass.
So the question, again, since I'm asking things, we are assuming that this is being transmitted from inside the city. What if this comes
Well,
from outside the city? How?
That is very well possible.
What can we do? Because at that point, we're only going to get 2.
Well,
Maybe.
hear me out on this. Even though we're using 3 different things and we're expecting to be inside the city limits, if we spread out far enough and we still figure out the direction that the signal is coming from, we can still shoot azimuths outside of that triangle. It'll be more of a one-sided thing, but the lines will still have to intercross
Okay.
at somewhere.
Provided it's wide enough. All right, let's do this thing.
Okay. So, how wide of a setup are you planning on trying to do? Are you only going to focus on Dallas? Are you going to go well beyond Dallas, Fort Worth?
Dallas is a huge city. I mean,
I
we
know
could
it is.
still triangulate. You know, figure a triangle out for Dallas.
I would say
Here's weird thought. Okay,
Okay.
we know that this is a Freemason cipher that was used.
Okay.
We know that it's, for some reason, it was in French. Is there a, for lack of a French quarter, French sector anywhere, like Little France in Dallas?
War Fort Worth.
And in that, again, I'm just narrowing. Is there a Freemason lodge in the French sector?
there
There's
is.
actually a couple.
My thought is they're
Okay.
targeting the mayor.
Tell me
Yeah.
has something.
So that would tell me it's something to do with the Dallas area.
Someone has input.
Fire away, sir.
Okay, now are we getting everybody together earlier than what it was?
Well, I'm
Then
going
you
to show
were-
up after I eat, so.
Okay, so
I had nothing better to do with the
you were already over there.
Yeah.
Terry had a
Well,
question.
my character was
Yeah.
going to feed your sisters
That's
and
part
go,
of why I
so-
was wanting to know if we're getting everybody together so that they can actually ask questions of
We
each other
wanted to
now.
be, we said like 2 hours before the event anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So at least we got
And
down to the wire, but we got last minute things to figure out.
Right. So, are we waiting until Finn? Is this something that's a general question, or is this a actual person-to-person
This would have
question?
been participatory of the conversation,
Okay.
so I'd have to be there.
Yeah, that's
That's fine. I've
Part of-
been looking and studying, going to class as it were.
right. Reading
My
through some
mentor.
of his manuals.
Yeah.
So I will hop in my '77 Chevy Caprice
Right?
and drive over there. And then I want to make a knowledge history. I know that's not the right term. A history check, but I don't have a skill in it.
History.
History
He's looking
is
for
mental hard.
he's looking for the default.
Defaults to IQ -6 or archaeology, it's -6.
Helicopter?
So IQ -6.
This might be a knowledge service.
Yeah. IQ -6 is the default roll.
Okay. So,
Make it happen.
Huh?
You being in the military, you could probably run the radio and understand how to get it too.
I am,
Well, what's the question?
my question is, does my character draw the link that the Templars were French and spoke French?
Do you have conspiracy theory?
Do not.
I
Okay.
do.
Well, he's
You know,
That's general knowledge more than.
yeah. Well, if you had conspiracy theory,
Actually, you know what?
you're just going to spend a point for an automatic success, or spend a token.
Yeah.
Yes.
There you go.
There we go. Not necessary then to even worry about the roll. Yes, you are 100% certain that that is actual real world knowledge.
So I remember watching this show one time. It's In Search Of with Leonard Nimoy. He was talking about it, and he was talking about the lost Templar gold, and those Templars were French. Don't they got something to do with like the Masons and stuff?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think
I don't know
the
not much about it, but Leonard Nimoy he sure knew a lot. Maybe we should call Leonard Nimoy.
Yeah, I don't think that'll work.
I don't think he's got a listed number.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
And since I wasn't at the meeting with
It's
the
just
mayor,
an idea.
what is... Okay, the mayor's son is quote-unquote being blackmailed to the mayor, blah, 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 blah. What are their demands?
We don't know yet. Those
That's-
were
that's-
That's what's going on in this transmission?
Yeah.
Possibly, yes.
Okay. Is there anything in town council, whatever's going on, is there anything big coming up?
Yes.
What's coming up?
There's a land debate over if property should be turned into bathhouses or a temple. So that's the thing that or church.
It's a zoning issue. There's some people who are interested in buying a property, but they want to be able to either turn it into a church, and then other people are interested in purchasing the same property because they want to turn it into a bathhouse. So depending upon how it's zoned is going to determine which one
Who
is
gets
essentially going to be able to purchase the property and utilize it.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a fairly large property. So it's going to have a major impact on the city dynamic.
Yep.
What group wants to turn it? What church are we looking to turn it into?
The crazies.
Well, that's not the only one. There are a couple
We'll
of
define
there.
the crazies.
What was the group that kept playing
Scientology?
tambourines and stuff?
Jehovah's Witness.
Church of Subgenius.
There you go. There you go.
Right. Let's see. In this particular instance, it was the Children of Yahweh.
Yeah.
The Children of Yahweh had shown up at the mayor's office when she went.
And played tambourines for an hour.
At least. At least.
And what is the one that wants to turn to love? The bathhouse.
That's the thing. There's the people who are wanting to purchase it for that are apparently a shell company. The company doesn't have any other business interests in Texas. So that's something that you guys haven't fully researched to see if they have any other legitimate purchasing information. This is something for you to find out.
Right.
If you want to know what, you're going to have to actually take some time and go to like the library.
Okay.
It's a little thing we did before the internet there, Daniel.
That's probably where, after this is all done.
Yeah, essentially this is going to be a case of doing a lot of research, but nobody had been suggesting doing background research on any of these things until you said something.
Spell Yahweh.
Y-A-H
W-E-H?
W-E-H, yeah. I'm horrible about spelling out loud. I
And
have
then
to write it down.
Show company for Bathhouse.
Does it have a name?
Yahweh's
What's
just
I mean,
the name.
the company has to have a name.
Yeah,
I mean,
the company has for a certainty.
Bathhouses are us.
Was it like a Turkish bathhouse?
That's kind of. I was kind of like, what
Hey!
kind of bathhouse? We are too wild and chorus, I guess.
Right. Hey.
It was the North Beach group.
So,
The what?
The North Beach
kinds of bathhouses.
North Beach
So in the
is the shell
80s,
company?
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
this was the aggregator before people could be free and out.
Yeah.
Probably.
Right.
That's what I was thinking. So you really got this.
And the Russians hadn't come over here yet because they were still the Soviets.
Right.
So there wasn't the Russian bathhouse thing where they said the birch thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like Red Heat, remember the bathhouse
Yeah,
scene?
yeah.
He's
Yeah.
like, prove you're a steel worker. Yeah, I did.
It's a long time since I've seen that one.
You don't need to see it again. You're good.
Really? It was okay. But, no.
Come on, he grabbed like the hot coal and like
Yeah.
punched the guy out a window.
I mean,
What do
Get
you
under
expect out of
arrest.
the Terminator?
you know, all I can say is God bless political and theatrical license.
Okay, well, I'm gonna figure out what the weather's gonna be like tonight, real quick.
Oh, you calling for
Oh,
111?
yeah.
Time
Remember?
set?
316.
Time and temp.
Yep.
316-551.
555-1212.
yeah.
Yeah. Ding. The time is 3:28.
Mhm.
The temperature is 42 degrees.
At the tone, the time
Brought to you
will
by
be.
First National Bank.
Actually, you can still
Okay.
get
Actually,
the time
the-
and tone
Yeah.
on ham radio. You can actually tune it in. It's a broadcast, a continuous broadcast.
Nice. Okay.
What's weather night?
Low's still going to be particularly cold. We have been having unseasonably cold weather in Texas this year.
Mm-hmm.
The low's actually going to be at 33. It should be hitting that temperature roughly around 9 or so.
So I'm not on a motorcycle.
All right.
Probably not.
So jean jackets. At this time, we'd all
Right,
we'd
yeah,
have
yeah.
the jean
Yeah,
jackets.
yeah. It's jean jackets and
Canadian
backpacks.
tuxedos, eh?
We have gotten everybody together then at this point.
Yeah.
We'll fast forward to, let's see, it was going to be at 2200.
2200.
So I mentioned my deal to everybody about my idea with the Templars, but that's the only lead I can think of.
Yeah.
With French, I
Right.
mean, be French intelligence services. They're
Right.
still, I mean, they're still prevalent and operating at this time. There's French counterintelligence.
Would I potentially, with this information, be able to make a history or
Yeah.
a heraldry roll to figure out rough area?
Does anybody have area knowledge?
No.
Joe.
Hey!
I have judo.
Yeah, I got area knowledge.
Okay, give me an area knowledge roll.
Yeah, I got 10, and I needed 13.
That doesn't say area knowledge. This is area nation.
You
It's
knew
a
we're
little
good.
different.
Yeah, it's a little bit different. You need to roll under, right?
Yes.
Okay, I rolled a
10.
10 out of 13.
Okay. Well, as far as a Little France area, there are areas in Dallas, Fort Worth that have definitely delineated themselves as being very ethnic neighborhoods.
Okay.
And there is a definite French neighborhood. As far as whether or not there's a Masonic temple there, that's going to be a no.
Question: are any of those near the area that's getting rezoned?
Oh.
Are any of the French
In a minute.
Yeah.
areas?
Yes.
So you made your roll.
I made my roll by 3.
Okay. You're 100% certain it's nowhere near its far side of the city.
Okay.
Now, I got a question for you. Is it in my area of operation? Because I live on the Grapevine.
Well, that's part of why you would have had such a reason to have the area
Right.
knowledge. Is know roughly the area where the French section is, as far as where the property is that you've got up for possible rezoning. It is in your area. It's in your wheelhouse.
Okay. And I will tell everybody this. I will say, look, it's in my call area.
Okay, and Dallas only has one Masonic lodge.
Okay. Is
and
it
it's
near?
halfway between?
Oh, it's in the Grapevine. It's like me.
Halfway between the Little
Dallas and
France.
Fort Worth. Oh,
No, between Little France and the property.
oh okay.
It's not that far from the Dallas World Aquarium, honestly. You're roughly, let's see, it's almost dead center, a little east of
So it's
center.
a few blocks away from me.
So it's
Almost.
probably about 3 to 5 miles away from your place for the Masonic Temple.
That may be someplace to go later, but right now we need to worry about this communication.
So, that we need to figure out. Who's driving him around while he does the...
Oh, well.
Okay.
Okay.
That'd be a good idea because you'd know the streets and everything
Yeah.
real well.
You have better understanding of the
Play with
streets
the
than me.
dice.
Okay. Yeah, you play with the dial, and I will play with the
So
wheel.
then...
Go ahead. Give me a communications roll.
And I do have electronics off.
Specifically
if
electronics
something
off
goes.
communications. Your ham radio skill.
Yep.
I got it.
Okay. One of the things that's definitely going to help is having higher elevation. So, telling him, hey, find high points in the area to drive through in order to get the readings.
Okay.
That's going to require then for you to make a area knowledge roll in order to pick out some of those high points.
Okay.
Now, because it's obvious that you can see where
I made it.
Wrigley's crest. Yeah. Okay, I was going to give you a bonus, but if you made it, you made it.
No, I didn't make it. So
Oh.
that's 12. I missed it by 2.
You were planning on giving him a bonus
I
of
was
2?
going to give him a bonus of 2 because it's an obvious.
Okay. So it.
So you made it.
I made it. Yeah.
Now, when we go out and about, are we supposed to sit up in an area and that's where we're at?
No.
We want to be
You
mobile.
You want to be mobile. That's why
Because you're
you
going to
need
be continuously tuning it in order to fine tune
that, and
where-
you're going to
A
be
direction.
a direction.
Okay.
And you're panning it effectively. So it's panning, okay, it's strongest right here. All right, we're continuing to drive, okay, it's strongest right here.
Right.
And you're going to be taking notes of all the different locations.
And then you'll draw straight lines to the center, and where they connect is probably where the transmission was coming from. I don't know.
That helps.
this.
that's the
Navigation?
basics of it. Yeah.
Would navigation help with this?
Actually, navigation, I think, would apply because you're going to be, you're already used to using the charts in order to triangulate the area.
Navigation will be very handy.
Yes.
Do we got a map of this? How hard would it be to get a map?
You can stop at a 7-Eleven
Yeah.
or a
They might
convenience
even
store,
be
a
free
Shell.
half the time.
Pick up a big goal
Hey.
while you're there.
Phone book.
Bag of homework?
But it's going to be a crappy map, but there is one. And most of the time with the phone books, in order to get the detail, you actually have it spread over like 20 pages for the dial. So you'd have to like tape them all together if you tore them out.
Do you remember
I
it
can
used
see
to
it
tell
doing
you
that.
in the phone book what page or what map?
Yeah.
it was?
Or you could
Yeah.
spend $2.50 at a convenience store in order to get a full fold-out map.
Yes, I recommend that.
We'll just grab a map.
Okay.
So we're in a truck. What are we in?
We're in my car.
Oh yeah, you're in my truck.
We're in his truck.
We're in this truck. Is it like a
It's a pickup.
pickup?
You do know how to drive more than just manual, or right? You know.
In order to have driving skill, it covers
Auto
automatically
drive.
knowing how to do standard as well as automatic.
Okay.
Automatic, a person can drive and not have to worry about making a roll unless something stupid happens. Generally speaking, you actually have to have the driving skill in order to drive a standard. Just blanket.
And I've
Because
got
otherwise,
Does that cover 3 on the tree?
yep. 3 on the tree, 4 on the floor, either one.
Dodge with the 3 on the tree once.
I had a
Little
Talk
Dodge
about
pickup.
it's just grind the that's all that thing was.
Grind the
grinding
fish.
I ended up breaking my shifter on my 3 on the tree on my way to work one day, and I had it locked into first gear and had to drive like 6 miles in first gear, just barely creeping along. I ended up changing out the steering column on that truck and put a Hurst 3-speed shifter on the floor, cut a hole in the floor, and see the whole works. When
3
I was
on the
married to my
tree
first
was
wife.
instead of down here, it was actually up on where your steering wheel was, and it was just like where your wiper is now.
That's why they call
And
it.
that's where
on
you would
tree.
actually shift at.
Do you really understand the whole idea of
Yeah, I kind of.
Okay.
I'm picturing like
I
the
can-
radar screen, got the big circles, and it pings here. Okay, so we're gonna go close that way.
We're doing
Okay,
it
now it's
without the
pinging that way,
screen.
so
Yeah, you're doing it without the screen.
We do it without the screen.
Yeah, that's kind of
Yeah.
yeah.
Now, the whole idea is I'm looking at what direction it is at when I'm here. So drive along, park for a minute, get the direction,
Go somewhere
mark where
else.
you are with regards to the latitude, longitude, as best you can.
where the strongest signal's coming from. And you use on the radio. There's a signal strength meter on the radio,
Okay.
and that's received signal strength. So you look for where it's peaking at that point.
Okay.
So,
If you had a couple of pieces of blank paper, I could show
Yeah,
you.
I know. I've been to Dallas.
Well, this is specifically a Dallas-Fort Worth 1985 map.
Oh. Okay.
Yes, eBay is a wonderful and horrible place.
so I'm going to assume my character is going to stay at your place to try and help you with
Sure.
anything that you tell
You
me.
can take notes.
That's probably
Um,
the better thing.
you would do what's called logging.
Okay.
So as I'm running the radio, you're listening to what's coming across it and taking notes of what's being said,
Okay.
the frequency that I'm on, all that. Of course, we know what the frequency is going to be, but still. Now, technically, we don't know because the way ham radio works, if somebody's already using that frequency, you can't tell them to get off at that
Unless
time.
you have powers.
Unless it's an emergency. So, like, you'd have to go either 3 kilohertz above or 3 kilohertz below, and then try to make a contact.
Okay.
Just throwing out random ham radio information.
This whole thing sounds a little sketch, so I got my Saturday night special with me this time.
Your
Okay.
what?
His Saturday night special. His 38 revolver.
Okay. I always
He
keep my
is.
gun in my purse.
Yeah, well, he doesn't carry his in his purse.
Okay.
If if they're talking about a street sweeper, that's a sawed-off shotgun.
Okay, so let's see. We've got. I suppose it's time for me to be evil. Let me have that black token.
No!
Of course.
I just blew the engine up on my truck.
Right? I just hand grenaded that damn thing.
I was hoping you'd forget. I know you would.
I'm over for it.
Okay.
What's gonna happen to me?
Yes.
Beautiful.
Okay. So, what time are you guys? You guys have already got
Oh,
together.
that's
It was
right,
8
it's us.
p.m. Yeah, it's the two of you. It's 8 p.m. that you got together, and you spent probably about 30 to 45 minutes now talking about what you're planning on doing and how you're going to do it. You're finishing up and snatching up at least one of the little handbooks that's basic information to take with you on the road. And you made your roll to try and get to a nice high elevation. Once you got there, you hadn't filled up and you didn't think about checking the tank. So, if you decide that you need to leave quickly, you can. You're going to be on foot. You get up there, you park, and you're ready to start moving so that you can help with the triangulation for the moving portion of it. And you're stuck.
Are we in a neighborhood where there is a gas station?
How far away is the gas station?
Yeah.
How far away is the gas station?
And it should be an area of knowledge
Yeah,
to
give you an area of knowledge.
Hey, you made it.
Well, very good.
Awesome. You went to the top of a hill. It's not actually in the neighborhoods. You're outside of the city limits. You're looking at a minimum of 12 to 15 miles hike to get to the gas station.
We're so screwed.
So, if he's going to do recording or do checks, he can do those stationary where he's at. There's still juice that he can use, but that's going to put you on foot trying to pick up a jerry can and gas and then hoofing it back.
Or maybe getting a ride back at least.
Or seeing if you can get a ride back.
I mean, a lot of people would still give you a ride, but that
Yeah.
was in Canada. I don't know about Dallas itself.
Yeah. Especially coming into Dallas at
5
about
in the
9 in the evening.
evening? Oh, 9.
Yeah, because you guys had headed out. You weren't going to be
Yeah.
starting to set up until about an hour beforehand. You headed out, and so he's
Okay,
so
so
right now we are at 9:10 p.m. The transmission is supposed to happen at 10 p.m. exactly.
okay. Well, I can radio him through the radio. Hey, you didn't fill up your truck, and we didn't check. Can you get a hold of someone? We are at this location. Can you have them bring us some gas?
Oh, I never thought of that.
Are we doing this realistic or are we doing this game?
What do you mean?
I'm not allowed to acknowledge him if he's not a licensed ham.
Okay, I'm not a licensed. You are my friend, and you know that.
Yeah, regardless of
I would just go on and off and maybe send either Terry or Gwen.
So you
With some
don't
gas.
know that you're getting.
I don't know if I get through.
Yeah, you don't know whether, and he doesn't want to risk losing his license over
I
that.
understand.
Okay.
And there's people that turn on.
Are you by any chance wearing your EMT jacket?
Always.
Okay. They see somebody with a badge trying to flag somebody down, they may stop.
It's true.
Regardless of whether or not that's going to happen, were you planning on trying to send somebody out?
Yeah,
Because you.
I messaged him. I don't know. I didn't get no response. So
Okay, well, I will.
if you want to hoof it, you can hoof it.
Well, I will go this way. I'll grab a gas can.
Do you have a gas can in your truck? I would
yeah,
say you probably
I've got a gas can in the back.
would. Is the gas can full?
Oh, yeah.
Oh God, no!
Yeah, it's got dust.
Where's the shot? It was worth the shot.
You look at it, you sniff it, and you realize this has got the 50-50 blend of oil and gas. You're going to have to use an entirely different one. This is the one that he uses for his chainsaw and mower.
You can burn that in an
Yeah.
engine. It'll just smoke like crazy.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what I'm taking the can and flipping the thumb.
Okay. So walking and trying to hitchhike.
Yep.
Okay.
Please God, let there be a stealth check next for you guys.
Oh, shut up.
So, all right, which one of you two wants to go and deliver fuel?
You got the message.
Yeah.
I guess I can do it.
Yeah.
You're armed. I would feel better. Well, of course she is too.
God dang, what kind of gas run do you think this is going to be?
You never know.
We're going to the ghetto, folks.
Going out to the sticks. I hear fiddles.
All
Battle
right.
faster.
Yeah, I ain't kidding.
I'm going to need to, do you got a gas can here?
Yeah, I've got 2 or 3.
I'm going to get a gas can from him, and I'm going to go to
Do they have
7-Eleven.
gas in them?
Yeah,
That's
actually, I think
it's just cutting out time. I don't know.
I think I've got a 5-gallon one that's got gas in it.
Yeah.
Boss
He's
man?
rolling to see.
Yeah, Jimmy.
Considering what your memory is like, no. I'll actually have you do this. Give me an IQ check.
IQ?
Yep.
I made it.
Okay. Yep. You remembered. It's half full.
Okay.
Uh,
You want to
And it's a 5.
top it
so-
off.
All right. I'll take that and put it in the car and head to the 7-Eleven and fill it up, and then head to
Wherever our location. I have no idea where we're at. But
the
wherever we
location,
were saying
the
we're at.
whereabouts.
yeah. You went to the top of a crest at the to the east of Dallas proper, a little bit on the north side. He gives you a mile marker and highway number in order to get you to the right location.
You might say that he's walking.
Shush.
It's all in-game knowledge.
Oh,
Shit.
sorry. My bad. My bad.
You can't respond, so you can't respond.
Right.
Okay, so he's giving an indication that he's on Highway 67, and you're halfway to Greenville.
Good. I'm on my way.
We're out in the sticks.
That's what I said.
No, we are out in the sticks.
So you're going to have to go out past Garland and walk Rockwall. He wanted to get high elevation, and there were some steep points of elevation, and that was what you guys were figuring was going to provide a really wide triangle then.
Okay.
And you had reasonable amount of time to get there. So he's in position and ready to start recording. Give me a driving roll.
So I just realized I don't have a driving skill.
Okay.
They got helicopter.
I
Well,
do have
yeah.
a helicopter.
Yeah.
We'll just fly a helicopter out to us.
Okay.
Okay, so
Be quicker
the
and easier.
default to driving, I believe, is a dex minus like 2. Let's see.
So you have a 50-50.
Physical average.
The physical average isn't what helps. It's what the default is.
68, 69. Driving, it defaults IQ 5 or Dex -5.
So, whichever is better, IQ or Dex -5?
Dex -5.
Okay.
That's a 7.
Okay. 7 or less.
I wrecked the car.
What did you get?
11, 14.
Okay. That's not quite a critical failure, but it is a failure. You're going off
You
driving.
forgot to put gas in your car.
It's not that issue. Rather, he's trying to follow the directions, and he got turned around because so many of these signs in Dallas, the cloverleaf followed by a shamrock, followed by a squid. A squid?
Alright.
How am I supposed to navigate a squid? So you get lost.
This operation is going to hell in a handbasket.
I imagine Richard Dreyfuss in Close Encounters when he's trying to read the map
Yes.
Right.
while he's driving.
Yes.
And yeah.
Exactly. You get turned around. You've just wasted probably 20 minutes going in the wrong direction. Give me another roll. Let's see if you can save this.
It's not as bad. 13 this time.
Okay.
Maybe my character should have gone.
Just stop rolling.
You end up stopping to ask, hey, am I on the right path to get to Greenville?
You stop to ask somebody, it ends up being Daryl.
No, that means he's fairly close.
No, you're headed towards Waxahachie right now. You're headed south, brother. You need to head back up north and east.
Yeah.
Sorry, my sense of direction's been gone since now.
Blame everything on the name.
Well, best of luck to you, brother.
Thanks.
If you turn around here, you can head back north. Right now, you're on 71. You're going to be looking to head north and then take an exit onto. If you look for Interstate 30, that's going to be the bigger sign. That one should get you that direction.
Come on! Dad, no!
Oh my!
Stop driving! Stop! Just park the car.
It's called cab, man. It's
Just
called
park the
cab.
car and use a payphone and call us.
Too late. He already rolled it.
What did you roll?
17.
Holy crap! Okay.
Why do you think it freaked out?
Whose car were you taking?
Wasn't
It
mine.
was mine.
It was yours.
Doesn't have any drive skill.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
he was using an automatic. So here's the problem.
No, it's
as you were headed back the right direction, it is cold. It's starting to get wet. Wasn't so much in the forecast, but there's light snow that was coming down, and there was a patch of black ice that you hit. You spun out and wrecked.
Okay.
Give me a health roll.
Oh.
Wrecked, or just in the ditch wrecked?
That's what this is going to determine.
Oh crap.
No modifiers, just straight health.
Just do a straight health.
So that one I failed to set. Man, these dice.
You want some different dice?
That's 13. So 13 and I have a health of 8.
Oh,
So
goodness.
5.
So you did.
Okay, so when you hit, you go into the ditch, but it's a pretty deep ditch, and you smack your head against the steering wheel hard. Take 5 levels of damage. You're bleeding.
And that's the HP.
You broke your nose, you're quite certain.
HP, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
What is that?
Hit points is based on health. Hits taken.
Yeah.
So right now he should be at 5. Not at
I had-
6. The 1 should have healed by now. And we're going to say that it did. So you're at 5 hits taken out of 8. Oh goodness! Yeah, you got
He
3.
has
Rung his bell pretty
I have
good.
an 11, but I took 1 from the frogs the first game.
Okay.
And then I'm assuming the frog damage is.
The frog damage is head healed.
So yeah, so 5 off would be 6. Right?
Okay, you have a health of 11.
Yeah.
I thought you said an 8. Okay.
Yes, but
Oh,
HT is 8, but HP is 11.
I'm saying it wrong, probably.
Yeah, his character sheet is organized a little differently than mine.
Okay, this is the updated 4th edition version, which is why there's a discrepancy. Because in the 3rd edition, your health is equal to your hit points.
Should still be. So my health is, on the original sheet I did, was 9. And I don't see health.
I'm quite certain that this is a new edition, not the 3rd edition. Because you actually have a specific spot for willpower and perception, and your willpower is only a 10, but you have an IQ of 13.
And that's not an auto-calculating sheet. I think I just did it wrong.
Okay, so yeah, your
That's
health.
just a PDF.
Yeah, your health and your hit points start off the same unless you spent extra in order to get additional hit
I
points.
think I did.
What?
I thought I spent some points on that. Shoot, I don't have my calculation sheet. I can refigure it later, but yeah, it should be 8 and 8 then.
Okay. Let me see what I've got here. This Trevor, JJ. And I'm not finding a carry sheet. That's ridiculous.
I think I didn't do mine here with you guys.
Well, I asked everybody to give me a copy of their character sheet so
Yeah,
that I
I
could
did do
maintain
that.
it. And
I emailed you mine,
Right.
which would have just been this.
Yeah. Okay. It looks different than that, if I remember correctly, though. And there's that whole, finding the character sheet. But yes, your hit points,
Okay,
unless
I
you
can-
spent extra.
I thought I did. Because
What-
I didn't buy a ton of skills. Alright, I'll just adjust down. So 8. So 5, I should be at 3.
So yeah, you've got 3 left.
Okay.
And, once you get down to 0, that's unconscious. And after that, at negative health, you're dead. Yeah, you got your world rocked right there. You're reasonably certain that at this point, that's... Oh crap! Actually, you took over half of your hit points in damage. Make another health roll to see whether or not it knocks you out.
Yeah, her dice does 8. Yeah.
But you needed 8.
No, I'm over it. So
What do you mean?
I'm at 11.
Yeah. Okay.
So I have an 8 and I rolled 11.
Yep. So yes, when you hit, you ended up knocking yourself out.
Great. I blame Daryl.
Everyone does.
If you wouldn't run out of gas, you wouldn't be out here. Driving
You
a
know
car
how to
door.
drive.
Like me,
And
it's my
nobody knows about it.
We've all learned some lessons tonight, haven't we, Daryl?
I'm
Yes, we have.
surprised that you didn't learn
Do you
how to
carry
drive,
a
given the
block and
fact that we're
talking
going to be in
radio on you by any
Dallas.
chance? As a
Yeah.
paramedic?
My wife drives everywhere.
No. No. Okay.
And
Did
besides,
anyone see him wreck?
As far as that goes, I just made a roll to see how long it's going to be before somebody reports it, notices him. It's only 9:30, 10 at night, roughly
like
time frame. Not a horrible amount of traffic, but it is Dallas, so there's still a fair amount. With the weather, that reduces that just slightly. So we're looking at 9:30.
Sorry, I got an Air Force thing from that tornado. Okay, done. Sorry. After that tornado hit, they've just been going crazy on the recall stuff.
I can understand that. Okay, so Dallas PD, well, not Dallas, this would have been Texas Highway Patrol, ends up finding your vehicle on the side of the road wrecked. Immediately, efforts are made to check on you. You're pulled out of your vehicle, and EMS is called in. It's about 10 minutes before EMS arrives. They're going to end up taking you into the hospital. Because with you having lost consciousness, you come to and you're in the back of an ambulance.
Okay.
And
First words, I need to get gas to these guys.
and you're headed to Grace. Should be Grace Memorial.
What are the odds
Because he was on the road to Waxahachie, right?
that I'm happen to catch a radio transmission of this guy going to a hospital?
Be totally different.
So
Yes, it's an entirely different system. Yeah, this was
That's FM.
Oh, okay.
So, do I get it right?
I'll have you make the reaction roll as you're trying to thumb your way there. Roll 3d6.
Yeah,
low.
11, 12.
12. Okay, that's neutral. So,
Not
most
good,
of
not
the
bad,
people,
that's decent.
most of the people who are driving by you, are ignoring you as much as possible.
Well, I'm going
Totally
to...
uninterested.
I'm
So,
going to add that I needed a bonus because it was 1, snowing, 2, I was holding a gas can, and 3, my jacket is a public official's jacket. I would argue that I would get at least a 1.
well, that still puts you into neutral.
Oh, damn it, man. I tried.
So yeah, you're able to get to a gas station, and from here you're going to be able to get a ride without any problem.
Okay.
But getting to it, people are too wary because within the last year or two,
Yeah.
there was a serial killer that was on the highway in Texas
Right.
that was killing people at Motel 6s, I think it was.
Was that, or was it rest stops?
It was rest stops, wasn't it?
I think we had both that were going on. So people are wary of picking into
They didn't know I
anybody
was
up.
No,
doing
the
it.
I-70 killer was on rest stops.
Yeah, there was another one that was going specifically to like Days Inn. Oh, the Days Inn killer. Yeah, the Days Inn killer had just been arrested in right around 84, 85.
So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
people are wary about picking up hitchhikers right now.
right.
Once you actually get there and explain your situation, hey, I need to get some gas on my vehicle is parked. Is there any way that I can get a taxi or something over here? That's going to be no
Right,
problem.
that's going to be no problem. But getting there is the issue.
You got that.
So you had a nice long walk.
Right? I do appreciate it because, exercise.
Right. And you get there, it is 5 minutes till 10.
Nice. Hey, I'm here with the gas. Yeah. And I will dump the gas in and tell him our first stop is going to be a gas station.
Pay the taxi driver,
Yep.
load the gas into the vehicle, and you're ready to start with the checks.
Right?
Okay.
I'm going to check a gas station.
Checking a gas station while he's taking readings.
Right?
So you're going to move forward, pause, let him take readings as,
Yep.
as 5 gallons, that should get you back
We're
to the
going
gas station without any
we're
issue.
going to get multiple points for triangulation.
Okay. So I need electronics op rolls. For you, now, were you going to be having the recording go continuously from a specific point? At what time were you going to start that?
I was going to start it about 5 minutes prior.
Okay, so you're starting it now. Okay. The frequency is being used currently.
Okay.
And all you're hearing on the frequency is 3, 18, 5, 23, 22, 95, 18, 3, just a series of numbers.
Are they repeating?
They are not.
Ever?
You're picking it up. Some of the numbers repeat, but it's not any specific discernible pattern as you're able to pick up.
Did I hear the beginning of it?
When you tuned into the station, it was already playing.
Started.
It had already started.
Okay.
I got a 12.
Okay, good. So you've got your first reading, and you got it right on the dot. So you're
Starting. We're starting off good.
Starting off good. Go ahead and give me a roll to see for your readings to get the proper azimuth.
I got it.
Okay.
High tech.
Very good.
That very well could be the transmission that we're waiting on, and it sounds like it could be possible Latin long.
Or it could be them just filling up the space to ensure that they are in this area during the time they're wanting.
That's a very true point.
Yeah, they could be just blocking it off.
That's technically a form of jamming.
15,
So these numbers
92.
hold any meaning for me? Yeah, anything sound
Just
random
ambiguous
numbers.
Random numbers. Are you going to start writing them down as well to keep track? Okay.
Definitely started writing
She's
that.
supposed to be already doing that too.
Okay. So
But
I'm recording what
I
we
do
got.
have eidetic memory. I can just memorize this shit real easy.
yeah,
You can, and I will have my documentation to go on.
Good for you.
because for her, the
Because you
shortest
actually made
piece of
your
lead
more.
is longest the longer to remember. Yeah.
If you were set up before I started recording, you'll probably get some of the numbers that I missed.
Yeah.
So
Is there
Random
something at the
numbers.
start that we might have listened like, hey, this is
That
smooth jazz radio. We're bringing you prime
No,
numbers
it-
of 57 in the
No.
next 5 hours.
because this isn't a broadcast frequency, it's a ham frequency, so they would have had to have given their call sign.
and you're still.
Or it's a pirate
Uh-huh.
and they're just
Throwing
on
out
frequency.
Yeah, they're
Which
just
means
they're if they're a pirate, then they're just blocking out the frequency and they're not officially licensed. So that what they're doing is illegal, similar to
Yeah,
got-
Pump Up the Fun.
Yeah, Pump Up
We
the
covered that.
I have that
yeah.
movie. I love that movie.
Yeah, it's a great movie. So whether this is a legit station or a
Pirate
station, it's going to be kind of what you're probably determining.
Okay.
Okay.
How often do they have to broadcast their call sign?
Every 10 minutes.
Okay.
And at the beginning and the end of the transmission.
Okay.
Okay. And you didn't hear a call sign that was announced when you started hearing the numbers.
Okay.
Okay.
And just keep
Continue listening and
jotting stuff down.
making notations. She's marking down all the numbers as it's going along.
And of course, I've got the tape rolling, so.
Okay. Changing location. We'll get another roll from you, and then you're checking to see if the azimuth has changed, whether or staying the same or not. Doing it roughly every 30 seconds to a minute.
9.
Okay. There's a notation. Good.
Made it.
Okay. And for Franklin. Okay, good. Not so good. The number or the voice changes.
Do you want to do the hospital thing?
Yeah, we can do that. So, you wake up and you're in the back of an ambulance. There's one EMT that's got an oxygen mask on you and is taking your vitals. You are strapped down to a gurney.
Okay. So with my disadvantage, I am not going to be super happy about this because I don't know who these people are. I don't know how I got here.
Right?
And I'm going to try to fight them and get out of it.
Yes!
According to this, it has to be a reaction roll from them.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay. What do you mean according to this?
Because paranoia is a role reaction for them.
Oh, gotcha. To see whether or not
They understand that.
well, with them, it's once they realize that you have paranoia. Now, being trained to EMS, one of the first things that you expect is people are going to wake up disoriented.
Yeah.
So that's going to give them a bonus on their reaction roll.
I'm gonna start yelling about you're not gonna put that stuff in me. You're not turning me into a killer.
Okay, we'll go ahead and apply the penalty too. Okay, the guy immediately says, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hey, calm down, calm down!" And he puts his hand on the top of your forehead and is holding you down. And he flashes a tattoo real quick to you, which you recognize as being from a unit of 9. Brother, calm down. I'm here to help you.
Do I need to make a check against that, or just roll by it?
You just recognize that one.
Okay.
That was one that.
Yeah, you're safe. Who worried about you?
Really?
All right, I'm
Yes, we
going
did.
to calm
I
down.
was waiting for
then
the
once I
fumbles
recognize it.
downstairs.
Yeah.
I'm just going to ask him what happened.
You were in a wreck, brother. We got you en route to Grace.
Yeah, it's the Grace.
Yeah. We need to check you out, make sure you didn't break anything other than your nose. You definitely took a nice smack against the steering wheel. It was covered. It was saturated. Probably going to need to get you into a gown because your clothes are all covered in blood too. From everything that it looks like, it's all just your blood. There wasn't anything on the vehicle other than you.
I don't know what happened.
And when you do that, you
Then I realize, that I've messed myself up. Okay.
Once we get you in, we get you checked out. We can arrange for you to get discharged, possibly. They might want to go ahead and hold you overnight and make sure you don't have a concussion. And if you do have a concussion, we definitely want to keep you overnight.
The
I'm gonna ask for
protocol is going to be if he hit his head and knocked himself out, they'll keep you overnight for observation period.
Yeah. But they don't necessarily want to tell him that.
Right.
Especially since he freaked out right off the bat.
What are they doing with my car?
PD was there with the car. Had the highway patrol. They're the one who called you in. So I'm sure that's going to end up being towed. You're going to have to talk to highway patrol unless you've got AAA.
No, I don't have that.
Okay. You're going to need to contact highway patrol, see if they had it, the vehicle impounded, or whether it was still left on the side of the road. If it's still on the side of the road, you can arrange for anybody to tow it.
Okay.
If it doesn't get towed in a week, I'm pretty sure that's the outside time frame for a vehicle to be left unattended on the side of the
Got the
road.
orange tag.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So.
I'm not going to do anything else.
Okay. Once he realizes that you've calmed down, he loosens up the strap and is continuing to check your vitals, and he's talking you through everything that he's doing.
Bad rolls.
That sucks.
And I thought I was going to be the one screwed up. Hey,
Well, it's
Mike,
because of you that he got screwed up.
take one for the team.
Okay. Time rolls over to 2200.
Voice changed, you said?
Yes. Voice changes over. It is no longer the same static male voice. It's a female voice. Welcome to W3 LL ATS3. And yes, that is definitely not a legit station. We have information for Austin Stark Taylor. Mr. Taylor, it seems that it would be most appropriate for you to vote in order to allow for business to thrive and for religion to die. bring out the vote. Make certain that the vote goes in favor of propagating business in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. If not, well, every action has an equal and opposite reaction. You can have yourself a good night, and the line goes dead. There's no more signal whatsoever. I need one more roll from you for you checking the location. Give me another roll.
4, 9, 10, 12
Made
again. I made it.
Okay.
On that.
Okay. And Franklin has been making the same checks as both of you. He's writing down all of his information, and you didn't necessarily arrange a specific time frame for getting the information to from him. How are you going to take care of that?
What time is it? Around the time that they quit transmitting?
The transmission, it was a short message.
Yeah,
that was like 10
15,
minutes
yeah.
and 30 seconds at most.
Okay, and what time is it right now? At
10:10.
9:10?
10:10.
Oh, 10:10, sorry.
10 minutes, or no, it was at 10 p.m. and 30 seconds
Okay.
when the transmission concluded. So you
Well-
are at 10 minutes or 10 p.m. at a minute.
Okay. I'll give him until 10:30, and then against my better judgment, being after 10 o'clock at night, I normally wouldn't call, but I will in this case,
Okay.
and try to get his information, at least the coordinates, over
Okay.
the phone.
And considering he was going to be mobile, it's going to take him a little while to get back to his house.
Right.
And we'll get back about the same time he does anyway, so.
Yeah, by the time you get back, it's going to be about 10:30, 10:45
That's-
because you've driven
That's
out
good.
quite a ways.
Yeah, that's good. That's
Okay.
decent.
So, you end up showing up back to his place. It's 10:42.
Okay.
Where's Terry?
Did Terry get you the gas?
No.
How'd you get the gas?
I hoofed it. My LPCs. The personnel carriers.
Did Terry?
I
You
never saw
Terry.
him.
Oh crap!
Okay.
We sent Terry with gas can to you.
He never showed up.
Yeah, he never showed up.
Okay.
All right.
Would I have ideas on how to figure out if anything happened to him?
Well, if we are worried about him,
Start calling
call the
hospitals.
hospitals.
Okay.
Hey, do you have a
That's exactly
white
what you
male
do.
that came in the last couple hours?
And I'm
Might have been from
going
a car
to
accident.
say
Have
Well,
HIPAA
have him
is
do
not a thing.
yeah,
Nope,
it's
it is
another
not.
thing. Yeah. Do you have anybody who's identified himself as Terry Washnick?
I'm going to borrow your phone and call.
Ooh, she picked up the hamster. Good. And
Yay!
she's-
Yay! She's dialing too.
I'm doing
Okay.
the wrong numbers, but it doesn't matter because I don't know what the number.
Oh, you've got a
Four,
dial. Oh, okay.
five,
This is a touch tone.
6.
Yeah.
There you go. Stop.
Okay.
Ring.
Yeah, there you go. Stop.
All right.
One more, wait for
Give
it.
me a reaction roll.
Okay.
So roll 3 6-siders. Actually,
Not as bad as he did.
actually, reaction rolls, high numbers are better.
Oh, is it I better?
Oh.
Okay, I thought it was still low.
She aced it.
6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
A 16. That's in the very good category for NPCs. So right off the bat, your first call to, rather than calling for a hospital, you called the 911 dispatch operator. Hey, I'm concerned about a friend of mine, Terry Washnick. I'm wondering if there's been any calls that took him to a hospital.
Yep.
And, well, we had a report of an individual who was driving a 77 Chevy Caprice, wasn't it?
No, Grandma, no.
Chevy Caprice,
Oh.
blue.
That's his car.
Okay, he was taken to Grace Memorial. I'm not certain if he's still there. I can give you the phone number.
Yes, please.
So you are provided the number to Grace Memorial because there are at least, 8 different hospitals in the area? At least.
Easy.
Okay.
So you were able to get a hold of the 911 dispatcher who's able to direct you to the right place. So you're calling to the hospital now?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
It's only 7 numbers.
Okay.
I felt vibrations.
Grace Memorial ER. This is Franklin. Can I help you?
Yes, trying to get a hold of Terry. The 911 operator said that he may have been sent over to your location.
I'm sorry, Terry who?
What's his last name?
Washstick?
Washstick.
How do you spell that?
W-A...
Ski.
Oh, the Polish guy. Gotcha.
Yes.
So you spell it.
No. Yeah, he's gonna be staying overnight here. Looks like he had a wreck.
That explains how he didn't get
Is he
2 friends
okay?
to deliver gas. Is he okay?
Well, he seems to be okay overall. We're holding him overnight for observation. He took a pretty nasty hit to his head.
Nasty hit to the head, okay.
And I'm just going to say, did anyone call his wife?
Have you guys reached out to his family yet?
He didn't provide any information on a loved one to make contact with.
Okay.
If you know his wife, please feel free to get a hold of her.
Okay, thank you.
Don't have.
Don't need it.
Is his car drivable, or does he
Are
need
you
to
aware
have
of
it
his
picked
car
up?
is drivable, or do you have any idea of any of that information?
I don't have that information. I can give you the location where he was picked up from. Give me 1 second.
Yes.
And she gets writes down or tells you the mile marker location. He actually made it halfway to where he needed to be. He was out on Highway 67, aka Interstate 30, and he was about 5 miles short of reaching Fate. Literally, Fate,
That's
Texas.
funny. That's funny.
Fate.
Okay.
Have them give him the message that we'll take care of retrieving his vehicle.
Can you let him know that we'll take care of getting his vehicle back to his place and everything for him, so he doesn't have to stress about that?
Yeah, we can get that message to him. That won't be a problem. And what was your name?
Gwendolyn Mitchell.
Gwendolyn Mitchell. I was reading a book by her. Okay. Any relation?
This is she.
Seriously? Oh, that's
It's a fancy
wow.
job.
That's awesome. Are you going to be coming in to see him?
Possibly in the morning if he's not discharged by then.
Oh, he will probably won't be discharged until around 10 a.m. If you show up, I'm here till 9. I'd love to get an autograph.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure you have arrangements to make, but it was nice speaking with you.
Nice speaking with you too.
And she hangs up.
Okay.
Okay. So, where are we going from here?
Okay, so I've relayed to each of you. He's at Grace Memorial.
He'll be taken care of good there.
Yeah. They're keeping him overnight because he
well,
smacked his head, hurt it. He wrecked at this location.
It's all your fault. I just want you to know that you didn't put gas in your car.
Right.
It's on you. You need to pay for that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking that the mayor said that he would pay for renting the equipment. That's technically equipment.
Right.
Rental and repair.
All right. Well, let's finish making some notes. It's going to be the vehicle doesn't have to be moved right this minute. We can probably get that in the morning or tomorrow. Let's get that squared away here in a little bit. We'll do some calculations and I'll go ahead and take the information that you've got as well as getting the information from the third person who is also named Franklin, if I remember.
Yep. Different Franklin, obviously.
Yes.
They sound entirely different.
Yeah, well, that's good.
Yes.
And then start. Take the map
Your leg
and
was
start
in the shot.
doing some calculations to shoot the azimuths.
Okay. You have mathematics, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Are you wanting anybody to assist you with that?
Absolutely.
Okay. So both of you are going to run the numbers to see if the azimuths match up appropriately. When you call to get the numbers from Franklin, he gives you the numbers that he has. The second one, you're wondering if he wasn't off because it doesn't match up nearly as well as the first one.
Okay.
It looks as though that signal that was being broadcast. We need.
I rolled straight 12.
You
I
rolled a straight
my
12.
notes.
I made it.
Okay, you do the math. You check it against his math. You're both coming up with the same answer. The only thing that's odd is that second reading that Franklin had.
Throw it out. It's a wild card.
Okay.
Yep, that makes the most sense because all the other readings seem to be pointing to the exact same location.
It could have been a anomaly that was screwing up the reading.
So, and where was
Basically
this location
anything EMF.
So
if it's
where
spikes,
are
would
we
throw it
guessing
off.
it's at?
Stronger power
Yep.
signal.
Signal was coming from Waxahachie.
How do you spell that?
Waxahachie?
Yeah.
W-A-X-A.
Okay.
Hold up. What?
Slowly. W-A-X.
W-A-X.
A-H.
A-H.
A-C-H.
E-H.
I-E.
I-E. Okay.
We're in Waxahachie.
Home of the biggest Renaissance festival area in the Midwest. You know that, right? I go down there. I went down there a couple times. It wasn't bad.
Okay.
Everybody needs a jester.
And while they were figuring out that math, would my character be able to see if she could figure out if there's an alternate meaning behind the W3LLATS3, or is that something she probably won't be able to figure out?
Well, as far as that goes, you're reasonably certain you can try to figure out what that hat means. Okay.
I would let the group know that that's not legitimate. Cool.
Okay.
Well, I wasn't sure if each of the letters would be
Yeah, well, it could
meaning
mean
of something else.
like a group or something like that.
Yeah.
But if
Or it could be
they're
gibberish.
any kind of intelligent, they're not going to do anything that will lead back to them.
Right.
So it's probably just gibberish.
Possibly. They probably made up something that sounds kind of like a call sign. They've probably listened to them before.
Okay. Okay, so the azimuth picks up to an area actually just a little bit south of Waxahachie.
Okay.
You're not certain of anything specifically that's out there. This is kind of out in the
Do
sticks,
we have
as
a
it were.
rough mile guess? A rough square mile area?
Oh yeah, you definitely have a rough estimate.
I mean, it won't be a pinpoint normally, but
No, but you're definitely thinking that it's going to be out in the country between Waxahachie and May Pearl, probably closer to Waxahachie. Might be closer to Midlothian. You're in that triangle region right there.
We need to keep that wild card reading just in case, because it's possible that they were mobile also, and that could be the reason we didn't.
It's like pirate radio.
Yeah,
Back
well,
of the station
just
wagon.
like pump up the
Yeah.
volume.
Yeah.
He was mobile, and you saw the FCC trucks driving all over the place trying to find him. Well, that's unfortunately the truth at that time.
Okay, so
That's a great movie.
what are you doing in order to try to figure out the W3LL ATS3?
I don't know.
Well, what are you thinking? Are you thinking that this is a cipher, or are you thinking?
Yeah, I was thinking it was some sort of
Could be.
cipher, potentially, or it was just random letters and numbers to appear.
What's the people that are trying to get the bathhouses put in?
Well,
We haven't done any research into them yet, but it's the North Beach Shell company.
North Beach. What was it? North Beach Group.
Yeah.
Yeah, North Beach Group.
but it's a shell company, so
Right.
So we got to delve into what all they cover.
So that's
Right.
who we're
What was the
researching.
call sign that
It
they
was
had?
W3LLATS3.
WLL
W3
LL.
ATS3.
I love how in movies back then, to represent a shell company rather
It's
than
too long
internet
to be a
search and
regular
sleuthing,
Oh, yeah,
sign.
people would
And
actually
it's
go to a
got more than
building
one
and they'd look in,
numerator
they'd get in the
in it.
building and there would be
Yeah.
no office furniture or anything, and that meant it was a shell company.
Right.
So they still had a building, but nothing in it.
What was,
Yeah.
what was the last letters? W
S3.
W3LLATHS
TS3.
ATS.
3.
Glad I actually did write all that down. And the broadcast was info for Austin, allow business to thrive, religion to die, vote favor of business.
So obviously, know
And
it's the
everything
business
has an
people
effect.
doing this, not the crazy people, not the
Not the
church.
religious individuals.
They could still be crazy, just not the religious kind.
Do you have it written down?
When did Dianetics come out?
Now we're on Hubbard's Dianetics.
Uh-huh. Because we could be at the groundbreaking part of Scientology. This would be awesome to get in on the bottom floor.
Nah.
Depending on
Latitude and longitude, maybe?
Well,
Lat.
West 3, no.
West 3.
LLATS3.
Well-
Latitude.
what if the 3 is an E, so it'd be like well?
Well, ATSE. Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
At first, that's what I was thinking, but then
Yeah.
like, it's not a word.
This is a 553.
33. West 33.
LL Latin lawn, maybe. West 3, South 3. Latin lawn. Got transmission.
I'm not there. I know that. I got it. But I'm not there.
What
I
do you
gotta be
mean?
quiet.
As in your character wouldn't know
I
this?
maybe
No,
got it.
as in he would know it, but he's not with the rest of the characters because he's in the hospital.
I'm drinking, so I gotta back off.
Okay. Well, my character's gonna stop by there in the morning, so that's when.
That, well,
You have a
at
divine
that point,
inspiration.
okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
while you're looking it over, you're not thinking it's necessarily a straight cipher, but that it's referencing things like what you had already kind of surmised. Maybe it needs to be broken up into two different parts, like a front half and a back half.
That's what I was looking
So the
at.
W3LL, maybe that is well. And then the
Well.
second half, the ATS3.
Estate?
No, the ATS3. ATS3 is a satellite. The ATS3 is the first satellite to take a complete Earth picture.
Is that what you thought?
No. That is not what I thought.
Okay.
What do we know about satellites?
They orbit the Earth. Expensive.
At that time, very. Well, they're still very expensive.
Actually, the
Okay, so my character's gonna
Okay.
want to research that.
Okay,
more.
so you have conspiracy theory.
I don't, but those two do.
Okay. So, the individuals who are present who have conspiracy theory, go ahead. You're welcome to go ahead and make a roll.
Roll!
Roll good.
Roll,
the
roll
beautiful
your
bean
dice.
footage.
See if you can get low.
Fudge.
Oh, nice.
I
You got
didn't get it.
conspiracy there, don't you?
No.
Oh, I thought you did.
No, I've got cryptanalysis. I don't even know what that.
Cryptanalysis would be, code breaking.
You know what I was just trying to do?
Right.
And of course, I didn't get it.
Okay.
What is there another thing that could be used in a way to go along with conspiracy, like history or?
You can make a history roll at a -2.
you can do it.
Can I use my cryptanalysis for anything?
Oh yeah, I got it.
Good job.
2, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay.
Hopefully you wrote that.
I got an 8.
Okay.
So
So,
we're good.
okay. Wait. Well, ATS photo. There is a publication, an organization that included something called the Well. They have a global business network, and the Well is a online bulletin board system sort of setup.
Okay.
And it was created by a guy from California. He was on the top of a building tripping on LSD when he was thinking about how the world would be better if we were all interconnected and we could see exactly how connected we are, and thought that having a photo of the entire Earth would actually have a lasting impact on humanity and will help them to understand how integral they are to everyone else. And that was the cover of the magazine, The Well, was the photo taken by ATS3. First issue of the publication had that photo on the cover. The publication in question, that was the Whole Earth catalog.
How long ago was that?
This is ringing some vague bells here.
Let's see.
Whole Earth catalog sounds familiar.
That does. I'm trying to remember where
Right,
I.
that one's ways at the edges.
Yeah.
You can't do it, Mark. You can't do it.
You
Put it away,
can't
Mark.
Google.
Put it away,
You
Mark.
can't Google.
Put it away, Mark.
I'm just
Google
finding
did not
out
I'm
exist.
just checking. I'm just looking at my messages.
Well,
You're
yeah,
in
In
Google.
that case, your character needs to do research on it.
Okay.
So, you're gonna have to wait until the following morning in order to do
And go to the
research.
I'll
library.
get the just with character.
He
I have
checks
a
the
dead
internet.
memory.
You
Have I
identity?
seen this before? Yes or no?
That's that. Well,
Hey, what's the goal do again?
Auto success.
Automatic success.
automatic success on a dice roll.
Use that on
I should have used my drive. I thought I'd be able to do it.
I already used mine, so
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
You're
we
the
all
reason why
know.
we had problems.
You're the bad luck that knocked him out, man.
Hey, I got a ride.
Okay, this has been out for a while. You know what? Give me an IQ roll, and if you make it, then actually you would have encountered this at some point.
6, 8, 9. Yes.
Okay. Yes, you encountered that particular catalog. It's been years ago. That book came out in the 60s.
Oh.
Would it
Okay.
be something I
We're
would
talking 1960, 65, somewhere in there. Uh,
It's white.
okay.
Notice how I'm the only one that's lived with Google my entire life, and I'm not even reaching for my phone.
Right?
It's tough.
because we're all used to having to look things
Right,
up in
right.
encyclopedias.
Then why didn't you bring
Okay.
the encyclopedia?
Current
The
catalog
fall
time, man.
1968 first edition of the Whole Earth catalog. So it's a quarterly magazine.
What does it?
Let's see. That's what I'm trying to. Okay, the Whole Earth catalog.
Makes me feel it out.
Embrace the suck.
The Whole Earth catalogs.
I've already
were a
done
bunch-
that.
A bunch of do-it-yourself as well as essays.
Oh, yeah,
So
this
it's
is gonna suck.
self-sufficiency and ecology books. So everything that was in those was very much the hippie, preserve your surroundings, utilize everything, and try to not create as little waste as possible. Basically, it's the first movement that would have led towards things like Earth Day and things of that
Arbor
nature.
Day.
Not Arbor Day, that one was already in
That
existence.
was it. Okay.
Yeah.
This one.
Arbor Day was
Go ahead.
celebrating.
Actually, yeah, right.
They sold them next to the Foxfire books.
I
Yeah,
have a bunch of Foxfire books.
They sold them next to the. Okay.
yeah, it's the same style of book. It's just that it
Yeah,
only came
because
out
it's
every
all
3
that
months.
kind of ecology and
Well, the
Wait.
Foxfire are survival books.
those are Appalachian knowledge and all that.
Yeah.
But it was all kind of in the same section. if I
Yes,
remember
they
right.
would have been in the same book section in like Dalton Books or Walden, any of that. So
I
yes,
didn't even scream.
everything in here, and it's also geared towards do it yourself home medication as well.
Yeah. So the library, because back they would still have the collection of all the
Oh,
best ones, and if not, there would be a microfiche.
Yes. So
And
yes,
for those
you do
of you
remember.
that don't know microfiche,
Or there-
Danielle,
There's
Kinda
one
like
I'm glad
Google.
where it's gone. I hated microfiche.
it's kind of like Google, hard Google.
Okay, now here's a question. Saying that, okay, this was the well satellite, so we're thinking possibly the whole Earth catalog. The numbers that were spit out at us,
Could they be pages?
volumes, pages.
That,
Hospital bed.
like I said, still could be Latin long.
So,
Yeah.
There were entirely too many digits for it to be Latin longe
Okay.
and be accurate for any point
Okay.
on Earth.
So then, like what he's saying, it could be volume,
Volume,
pages,
pages.
paragraph,
And
or
we'd
chapter,
We'd
paragraph.
really have to, that's going to be a lot of research in that one.
Yeah.
So can I see?
Okay, now the
You're not there this
Whole
week.
Earth catalog
No,
that was the brainchild of Stuart Brand.
Stuart Brand wrote those.
Stuart Brand? Okay, I'll write that.
They're not there.
I'm going
I'm
to
worried if
go.
my HMO covers this hospital in 1985. So
It should be covered in grace.
back then that was such a mess. Your HMO only covered.
There's another question with regards to that. So who was going as wife?
Oh, no, I don't. No, I don't.
Why not? She knows you
We're-
more
we're
than
all-
Oh, I
we're
thought
all
you said
together.
who knows his
No,
wife.
no, who's calling
Oh,
his
I will.
wife?
I will.
Why me?
Yeah,
Why not you?
Because you're a female.
You could be
That'd
a
be why.
mistress.
that would be why not.
Yeah.
I got the worst phone thing. Let me do it. I'll do it.
No,
You've
no.
got the worst.
I was going
No.
to say,
You know what your
you've
husband is?
probably got the worst phone etiquette that there is.
Oh.
Guess
Okay.
what? He's in the hospital. Bye.
My I-
we put him there.
Yeah, Terry almost died. Click.
Okay, I will make the damn call.
That makes more sense because of the fact that she knows that you two hang out.
That's true.
We do.
Yeah, you knew each other, and not necessarily hangouts, but you at least were. You knew each other well
Yeah,
enough
verbal
to,
and-
you know, it's, hey neighbor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I will definitely call.
Okay.
And I will call. I was like, hey.
Hold up. You call. It rings 4 times, and there's an answering machine.
Hey, this is Terry's friend, so and so.
So and so. Ross.
Ross. And I need to talk to you. Call me back, and I'll give her my number.
Okay.
And hang up.
Okay.
Because it is 11.
I know.
Just
Yeah.
call her, tell her.
Well,
Say, look,
So I got an
if
answer
maybe
machine.
if they've got kids, the kid could check the answer machine and freak the hell out.
Yep. That's what I was thinking.
Again, that's why you didn't do it.
Right.
I think it would have been funny if you had done it.
Oh, yeah.
you might want
Then-
the sooner she knows, the better off she is. Because now, okay, she well, I wonder what he wants. Oh, calls you back. Oh, you're not there. So she's playing phone tag, wondering where her husband is, while he's dying in the hospital. You could have just called and said, "Hey, look,
He's not dying
he's
in
in
the
the hospital."
hospital.
She doesn't know that. He doesn't know that. We don't know what kind of hospital stuff is going to go on. They could go, "Oh, this is George. Oh, he's going to have that surgery." They wheel him out for surgery. He doesn't even know he's getting. Next thing he wakes up, he's a female.
Oh, this is a small circular incision.
Yeah.
Not circumcision.
Hey, you have conspiracy theory?
No,
You need to write it
I
down.
probably
You
should.
should learn it.
Yeah. I think you've got it. You just don't know it yet.
Yeah.
I have a lot of stuff I don't know. There's a lot of stuff I know that I don't know.
Hey, it's like I've got a pornographic memory.
Same.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So, are you
Okay,
doing
on.
anything else
I'm going
tonight, or are you going to wait until the following day? Because it is, it could be 11
Hey,
p.m.
I say he gives her a call, god dang it. Let's do it.
No. I'm going to say that my character is. I am going to go home, make sure my sister is in bed, and then in the morning, 8 o'clock or so, I'm heading up to the hospital to talk with him.
Yeah, I'll do the same. I'm off for another 24 hours, so.
Okay.
I'm sure if he's mobile, ambulatory,
Ambulatory, yeah.
yes, he can call his wife from the nurse's desk.
Probably.
Yeah.
Or
but-
even from his room.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on the hospital. Yeah, Dallas, yes.
Yeah.
well, and given the fact
But-
that.
We don't know exactly how bad he was. He took a nasty hit to
Right.
the head, and they were keeping him overnight. That's,
And the fact that the
that's
nurse
the
said
last
that
of-
she'd appreciate it if we reached out to the wife.
Right.
So. Okay.
Which one of you guys is going to take care of his car?
Yeah, because you said you were going to.
What
Yeah.
kind of,
It's 11 p.m.
call the mayor. Hey, you need to call a wrecking truck out there and go get that taken care of.
Have it delivered to.
Are you going to call him at 11 at night, or are you
No.
going to wait until the morning to...
Morning.
He said, please don't call him past, what was it, 9, 8,
No earlier than 7 in the morning and nothing after 10.
Nothing
Unless
after
it was
10.
an immediate emergency.
Yeah.
because he doesn't want to wake his wife.
It's past calling hours. I haven't heard that in ages.
My character's going bad right now and told you what she's doing in the morning.
Okay, you're planning on going to the hospital in the morning to check on him.
Confirmed
Uh,
at 9.
So, is everybody leaving his place, or are you pulling out
I'm gonna
sleeping
stay.
bags? What?
I'm going to stay.
I'm going to go to my
Well,
damn
that's
house
your
where my
house.
dog is.
Well, that's why I'm going to stay.
Okay.
I'll head home.
Okay.
I've got spare rooms if anyone decides they need to stay.
Can you give me a ride home?
Yeah.
Alright. So, overnight then. Let's see if there's-
Anybody staying?
My black token is used up.
I know.
I'll make popcorn. Anybody stand?
No, I've got to get back to my dogmatics.
Okay. Following morning, people wake up with their alarm clocks. 7:30, 8 a.m. You're heading off to Grace. Anybody else going?
Yeah, I'm going to Grace as well.
Okay. Now, were you going to be dealing with anything in particular?
I'm just going to do research.
Go
Okay.
to the library and doing that research.
Okay. Going to the library, or are you going on base?
What kind of good stuff I can get from on base?
Library there is going to be roughly similar to the public library. About the only difference would be that you would have access to some of the stuff that would be considered
Questionable?
yeah.
I'd go on base. I got to log in anyways.
Okay.
And you mentioned something about a BBS board.
Yeah, the well.
Well, I want to check that out on there.
Okay. All right.
Good call.
Checking out the well and doing research into what?
The corporation,
So
The
almost everything that's on this.
North Beach group.
yeah. North Beach Group, check out the whole Earth thing. See if I can figure out anything with like the numbers, throw that in there.
Okay.
I got computers here. I should throw those numbers in and see what they come up with. See what kind of weird shit happens.
Okay.
How many numbers would I have written down roughly?
Well, they're
Because
there
you
for
only
quite a
listed,
while
like,
before they
5.
transmitted.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. Because you did.
Yeah,
it for
how many
5
numbers
minutes.
were there? Did you just say that IP addresses just finally came out at this time, at the beginning of this?
Domains.
TCP/IP.
Or
wasn't been around
domains?
yet.
Okay.
Domain
So,
system.
so
was
it could be
created.
an IP address.
The domain system, but yeah, no, there's no TCP/IP isn't invented yet.
But
TCP/IP came from the 90s. Pretty sure.
because right
I
now
can't
all I have
remember,
written
to be
down,
honest.
all
No,
I've
'cause
written
it's
down is
still
random numbers.
APX.
I mean, we were still ringing token stuff.
It's
You need to get off your phone,
ring.
mister.
It's all
No
token
checking
ring
messages.
networks and stuff.
Yeah.
There's no TCP/IP. yet.
Okay.
If I had to guess,
No TC. Well,
IP addresses won't exist for till the 90s.
Yeah.
Because
Going back to when I was in college.
ARPANET ran on a different protocol.
on what?
I think it was
Probably more
IPX,
cat hair.
which was
That was like
Novell's
White
proprietary.
Sure.
I'm probably butchering this, man. It's been a long time since I've
Same.
learned that.
I never learned any of that.
That's because it was already defunct by the time. It was already antiquated by the time you were born, let alone to an age that you were.
Well, and then there was
I was in
Apple
6th
Talk.
grade when I was getting Facebook.
The stuff that I remember working on, as far as well, it wasn't. Yeah, it'd be what
So-
we call a LAN now, but it was a token ring system.
So Tim Berners-Lee didn't do
with
his thing
Twin
until 91?
X.
92?
What was?
I think Tim Berners-Lee didn't actually do the internet until 92, 93, somewhere in there. It was the 90s.
Yeah, it was the 90s.
Okay.
91.
So-
92, that definitely sounds right. Was Roger?
So, do you know?
Yeah.
He was
Who's
the first one of us to have a computer.
Oh,
and
yeah.
He was downloading stuff from on the internet.
So, yeah, it was.
Man, yeah.
Yeah.
High school.
Yeah, that was high school. Yeah, he had the high speed at 14.4 baud, if I remember right.
Well, his dad was in the computer stuff too, so yeah, he even had like a dedicated
Not
phone line. Had a legit second phone line for the computer.
Yeah.
Jake,
327.
you mentioned that you might be calling the mayor about his car, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember the code that you need to tell his receptionist?
Was I given a code?
Yes, you were given
Then
it.
I
He
know.
wasn't.
He was there.
He was there.
No, he was.
He was not.
No, it was not.
He is missing a
Okay.
day.
He was missing that
He
gaming
was
session.
abducted.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was
Sometimes.
gone that entire day.
Okay, so my character, when she wakes up, she remembers that he didn't get that code. So, first thing, before I go to the hospital, I'm bringing him up
Okay.
to make sure.
What time of the day is that?
It's
About 7:30.
7:30. Okay. Irene, yeah.
Not in the mood to pick up. No. Hello.
Hey, you mentioned you were possibly going to call the mayor today, right?
Yeah, I need to, let him know that we've got 2 bills.
Okay, so if you call up to his office and you get his receptionist, you need to tell him a code.
Okay, what's that code?
Okay, so you'll tell the receptionist the code. Hold up, I'm trying to find the note. Have you seen the dog with the blue collar? That will be code word to
Have
forward.
you seen or haven't you seen mine?
Have you seen the dog with the blue collar?
Have you seen the dog with the blue collar? Okay.
Yes. That is the code that you will need to tell his receptionist so that way she can forward you over to him and not just hang up on
All right. That's good information, and thank you very much.
you. Yep.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Now that you have that information, when are you planning on calling?
Probably around 9.
Okay. So that's going to put you heading to the hospital before that. You
No,
heading to
that's
the
me.
hospital before that.
What?
You're on base.
That's me. That's
Oh,
my-
is that your
that's my call sign.
for your?
You got mine?
You arrive at base at
I need
8
to
a.m.
apply for
A
mine.
little bit
Oh, do
before
you?
so that you
Yeah.
can go on base. Now, this is one of the few
Alright,
places where you
screw
have a photo
Answer
of
something
yourself
correct.
for your ID.
Right.
I know.
Yeah.
One of the casualties of war.
Yes. When you arrive, do your clock in, check to see what experiments you're going to be taking part in and what developments you have to contend with. And then during breaks, you are able to take an extended lunch break, and that's going to be when you're going to have the most time available to actually go to the library,
Okay.
other than trying to work stuff in while you're working on other things. So we're going to go ahead and get a single research roll for you're wanting to do research on the North Beach group.
North
Yeah.
Beach Group, yeah.
Okay, that's going to be one research roll by
Okay.
itself. Do you want to start with that, or you don't want to start with something else?
Actually, start with the North Beach group, and if that pulls me, because that's where we're trying to figure out. That's who more likely sent this message,
Okay.
and see like what all they cover, where all they're from, why they would want this area specifically. But I mean,
Okay. All right.
9, 10. I have a 15.
Okay. Checking into their stock portfolio, you see that the North Beach Group is actually owned by Baryon LLC. That's Barayon.
LLC. Okay, let's look into that then.
Okay, doing research into that, it's going to be another
Another
roll.
roll?
Yeah,
4, 5.
5. Okay, that looks like the Baryon LLC is a subgroup for the USCO Multimedia Group. And when you do the name, Ken Kesey comes up. Kesey.
K-E-S-S-E-Y?
One S. Kesey.
Ken Kesey.
Yeah, Ken Kesey.
Does that name hold anything for you?
Ken Kesey, yeah, that definitely rings a bell. Ken Kesey and his Merry Pranksters, they did this cross-country trip in the 60s, exposing people to LSD and trying to record some of that, document it, and they were trying to broaden people's minds. They part of the Trips Festival, which was a nice double entendre that was taking place in San Francisco.
Of course.
That did a heavy use of rock music and light shows, as well as expanding people's minds in the audience. This is actually one of the locations where Grateful Dead had one of their biggest early tour locations.
Makes sense.
Were you a Deadhead?
Now the USCO, you can see that it's tied also to San Francisco Bay groups. Lots of other groups that are owned by the USCO.
You might need to get the board out eventually.
Yeah, it's
I have a cork board that we can use. It's not quite as big as this one.
There were no
Or-
whiteboards in '85, so it'd have to be a chalkboard or
cork
sticky
board.
notes yet? No, you just index cards.
Index cards on cork board.
Yeah.
Can we get access to some yarn?
Yes,
Yeah, I know.
That's a very
that
easy
was
thing
an
to do.
easy
here.
one to do. Yes.
what else do USCO? That's what all else. What kind of thing are there like? What all they into? What
Primarily.
what business ventures do they seem to be
Okay.
going towards?
All right. Give me a standard research roll.
5, 6, 7, 8.
USCO is almost exclusively associated with multimedia sort of stuff. So
Okay, so
concerts, bands, painting exhibits, anything that's in the art scene, regardless of what that art scene might
Okay.
be, are
Movies,
sponsored by
TV
the
shows?
movies,
Yeah.
TV,
Okay, they're
multimedia,
Books.
TV, radio,
Everything. Okay.
everything. Yes.
Have they bathhouses? Okay.
This
Is there-
seems way outside of their purview.
Okay.
The closest thing that they have to that are any multimedia locations that they use for recordings or for on-site, concert stuff. That's the closest thing other than so the bathhouse thing. That's definitely not in their normal wheelhouse
Okay.
for at least for USCO.
Okay.
Who's the other groups?
Now, one thing that does strike you as one of the CEOs for USCO, Stuart Brand.
Which is the guy that did the whole Earth catalog.
Correct.
Some weird connection there.
How do you spell his name? Because I think I butchered it.
Stewart, Stewart,
Yeah.
Brand.
BRAND
Yep.
or T.
Okay.
D, BRAND.
No.
Stewart,
Brian, I got, but
Stewart, STEWART.
yeah, I spelled it
Think of the mouse.
like Stuart Little. So
Ah,
that's
yeah.
why I was like,
Gotcha. Yeah. So, that's two different ties to Stewart Brand.
Okay.
Is Stuart Brand kind of Florian? Can't say it. Florian? Yes.
Philanthropist.
Thank you. God, I cannot say that to save my life.
Well, you're not there. So,
I was kind of looking into that. Where did he get his money from? Because obviously he's in the business.
right?
The whole Earth. I would feel he's like a hippie kind of person. So I could see him being a philanthropist, but mainly to more of a humanitarian or crazy. I want to take an iceberg and sell it to the desert and bring them water. I just need a big chunk of ice and about 50 engines, and a crazy captain that can pilot this ice cube to the desert for me.
Okay.
It could work.
Okay.
It's a lot of ice. Might be some casualties along the way, but that's okay. We're getting water to the desert.
Collateral damage,
Yeah.
which doesn't exist at that time.
Acceptable losses.
There.
Except
Yeah.
for loss. So let's see what
Okay,
kind of
doing a research roll on Stuart Brand specifically. Okay.
4, 7, 8.
I gotta keep in mind metagaming.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. It takes you a while. You're pouring through and checking any sources that are available, and it turns out there's a fair number of individual articles about him through a course of several different magazines.
Of course.
He was born in Rockford, Illinois. He was a parachutist in the Army.
So he has military background.
Yep. He taught infantry skills.
Infantry.
He taught infantry skills.
So he was a okay.
Yeah.
Once I get all this stuff, can I look into his records? Military records.
Military records. Yeah,
Will that be part of this?
That'll be part of
Okay.
this. Checking his military records. He had exemplary service, although it was short service.
Did he have any issues? Conscientious objector would be a big one.
Nope.
Did he have any psych evals that were like, okay, he had some issues? Was he part of any clandestine experimentation, weird things along those lines?
That's what I was thinking.
Wait, repeat that one. I'm sorry.
Uh,
Did he have
was he
psych
part
eval or
of
any-
any weird psych eval? So did he have like a mental breakdown, like or something like, yeah, I can't do this anymore? Was he part of any medical experimentation, drug experimentation, anything?
Nothing official in his file, and you don't
Anything
see
redacted?
you don't see any large portion of his file that is redacted.
Okay.
Not even small parts of his file are redacted. Everything that he did was that you can see is indicating that he had a basic a normal, regular, routine almost experience within the Army. He was a
Nothing
parachutist,
bad, nothing good.
particularly
Just a-
bad,
just
nothing
a general-
particularly good.
General cog of the machine.
He maintained standard, regular progression you would expect for promotion. According to several of the magazines, he actually attributes his dedication to being a competent and organized individual to his time in the Army.
Okay.
Even though he doesn't necessarily believe in, after leaving the Army, the same core values that the Army had. Because the fact that of the matter that so many people were possibly going to be injured, killed, he definitely had the hippie mentality. He probably watched the movie or the play Hair 500 times after getting out.
Okay.
After being out of the military, he studied at the San Francisco Art Institute, which is part of why he has such a interest in the arts. He also participated in legitimate scientific study of then legal LSD. So they weren't illegal studies,
Yeah.
but there were some legal studies of LSD,
Yeah.
and he participated.
Okay.
He also married a mathematician, Lois Jennings. She was a native of Ottawa.
From Canada.
Yep. He had set up the multimedia group, the USCO, or became associated with them.
Were they already in thing before he came, or did he?
They were in existence, and he joined up.
He
with,
joined up,
Yeah.
okay.
Essentially, he bought stock in and became one of the members.
Board member kind of thing.
Also, with his wife's help, he went into studying mathematics well enough that he co-founded The Well,
Okay.
which is the online community. It's not just bulletin board systems, it's some of the earliest internet stuff as a collective.
Sharing
Yeah.
information and ideas.
Yes, and a lot of the stuff that is rehashed items from his whole Earth catalog, because he's the one who created
Yeah.
that one as well.
Okay.
He was definitely a big believer in sharing information and trying to get everything out to protect the whole Earth.
Did he ever? Is there anything radical attached to him or any of his people?
The closest thing that you can see that is radical is his attachment to the people who were doing the cross-country tour.
LSD stuff.
Yeah, all the LSD stuff. There was a book written about him, or that describes him, called The Electric Kool-Aid Acid Test. That was written by Tom Wolfe, with an E. You read that one?
Why does that name
A
sound?
long time ago, different Mike,
Yeah.
Father Timothy Leary, having
Oh yeah.
influence on me. But, you know.
Hey. We don't speak of that, Mike.
Look at the man I am today.
The well was founded in Silicon Valley. This is part of the beginning of Silicon Valley really becoming a preeminent tech location.
Apple computers, you know.
All these different things are starting to come out of the Silicon Valley area.
IBM seeks to crush all of them.
Right.
Okay.
That's pretty good for me. Yeah.
Okay, that takes care of a large
Research
amount of
for
the
me, yeah.
research for at least that line. So now we're going to go to, let's go with, well, you would get to the hospital before he was planning on calling the mayor, so we'll deal with the two of you arriving within 5 minutes of each other.
Okay.
You know the Brutes better, so you would have gotten there before she did.
Okay.
When you go to the information desk,
Right.
they immediately direct you to his room.
Okay.
He is not in intensive care or anything like that.
Okay.
He's in just a standard room.
Hey, what's going on, brother?
Oh, hey! How'd you figure out I was here?
Well, it wasn't hard. When you didn't show up with the gas and we went back and you didn't,
Wait,
show
it's
up there.
hazy. They gave me, I guess, okay, they told me this morning Gwen called. Yeah, it's still hazy. I smacked the hell out of myself on the steering wheel.
Yeah. Don't worry about your car. We're going to get it off the side of the road and back to your place, okay? Did you think to call your wife?
Oh, yeah, I already talked to her.
Okay.
It's
Because I called and got the answer machine, but it was a little late.
Oh, yeah, don't worry about it at all.
Okay. And I'll just sit down and... You don't
Say-
mind if I stick around, do you?
Yeah, I'm gonna need some clothes though, man. And
Oh,
my
okay.
wife, she had some other things she was gonna do today. And could you maybe get me some clothes? Me and you're about the same size.
Yeah. I can
Could you
definitely...
do that for me?
I can definitely do that.
They had to cut mine off of me and put me in this gown. 'Cause I
Yeah,
had so
I
much
know,
blood.
right? I know. I understand that.
Been there, done that.
Yeah, I've been
on
there,
the other
done
side.
that, and got a t-shirt.
I'm really sorry to hit you guys with gas. I don't know what happened. It was so bad.
I know what happened. He didn't fill his truck up, but
Oh man.
he didn't fill his truck up, and I didn't check it.
I love the fact that something bad happened to you and you're able to blame it on someone else.
Yeah, I know, right? See, it's what I do.
It's an abusive
See me down there
relationship.
going,
Yeah.
got it! I
Yeah,
caught
it-
that crap you just threw at me.
Yeah, you bought it. It's cool. But yeah, I can do that, and
About the time that you finish saying that, the door opens up just a little bit as Gwendolyn peeks her head in.
When I was at the reception desk, was it the one lady that had answered the phone?
Yes.
So I gave her the autograph and then I came over. Okay.
Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure.
Okay.
Oh, hey Gwen, come on in. Come on in.
Hey, I'm going to go get him some clothes. So,
Okay.
yeah, I don't know.
Are you going to actually drive back home, or are you going to stop down at the gift shop?
Just stop down at the gift shop.
Okay, yeah, this gift shop actually has a decent selection of
Right.
T-shirts. Most of them have, something about the hospital or country living.
And sweats
And
and
sports,
things like
yeah.
that, yeah.
Yeah.
And I will fix him up with Schmidt.
Okay, so sweatpants and a T-shirt.
Yep.
Hey, thanks for calling up here. I don't know who you talked to. They were all excited to meet you. I still got to read some of your books. That's just.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't have a lot of time. I spend so much time with my wife.
You're fine. Glad you're okay, right?
Yeah, they say I'm okay. They did say I'm okay, right?
Yeah, everything that they're.
Yeah, they did say I'm okay, right?
Speaking of, are you sure you want to stick with those dice? Do you want to use some different ones?
No, I've got her dice.
Okay.
I put your dice.
Okay. Apparently they did have my taint. My bad. Go ahead and give me a health roll.
Yeah, your dice. 13.
That's not as bad as Dad's were, though.
No, they're not as
They're
bad.
Okay,
getting lower, but it's like one notch each time.
Right? Okay, so the way the healing system works in this is every day that you are able to just rest, you get to roll, and if
How
you
bad
succeed,
are you hurt?
These are bad.
if you succeed, you heal back 1 wound point.
Okay.
So you failed, so you don't heal back 1 wound point.
All right.
Okay.
I will start keeping track of that.
Okay.
So, I guess I'll fill you in on what the broadcast was, as long as.
Oh, yeah. Did that work out? Did they capture everything?
I think they have rough pinpoint. Around Waxahachie.
Waxahachie. If you're a Texan, you would probably say it Waxahachie.
Waxahachie.
Yeah.
Okay. And then part of the code we ended up breaking up in half and figuring out they were talking about a satellite.
What code are you talking about?
It was W3LL-ATS3.
Okay, and they figured out that is a satellite?
The
The ATS-3.
the ATS-3 was a satellite, and it was from the well photo.
Wow, this is getting into like some
But-
government CIA Black Ops kind of stuff.
But the actual message that they left for him was to allow business to thrive and religion to die. So basically saying that they want to do the bathhouse, and if not, there will be consequences.
That sounds like something Ho Chi Minh would have said. Let the business thrive, let the religion go. Son of a bitch.
So, that's the main thing, and then I believe our scientist friend is doing research on the other stuff that we had decoded. So I don't have that information yet, but right now I have that it's from the satellite, and it was about a picture of the Earth.
Well, I'm off work for a few days because of this, so is there anything I can do to help?
Good question. Definitely don't overdo yourself and make sure you're resting while you're doing whatever we're. Let's see. Could probably do. If you want, you could probably do some research if you're good at that.
Yeah, kinda. I mean, I could go take a look, I guess. Can one of you guys give me a ride back to the place? Like I said, my wife was busy today.
I sure can.
All right, appreciate it.
Hi.
I'm gonna put on the sweats and the t-shirt.
I'm stepping out of the room.
He
while
is
he's
now
doing
a
that.
hospital junkie.
Right? Okay. Sorry. Okay, so we've got that taken care of. You gave the information that you knew roughly,
Yeah.
and what he was going to follow up on. We'll go ahead and head over to you with regards to getting the phone call to the mayor.
Okay.
So,
Call the mayor.
receptionist answers.
I give her the passphrase.
Oh, hold on just one moment. Beep. Beep. This is the mayor. How can I help you?
Yes, sir. This is Thomas Cohen. I wanted to give you a quick update on what we found out last night. We did copy the information. We did get a pretty good track on the general area. It was down in the Waxahachie area.
How precise were you able to get?
Within a mile.
All right.
We're still doing some research about the transmission. It sounded like it was a fictitious call sign that they used. We're trying to figure out what exactly that was about, and they did mention that. Well, before I go any further, is this line secure?
It is.
Good. They did say that they needed the vote to swing towards making business prosper as far as for people and to have religion die. As far as the vote, it says if things don't work out the way that they're wanting, every action has a reaction. That's what I got out of that.
That's
And,
not threatening at all,
Yeah,
especially considering what we already know.
yeah. Well, we're still doing some more research. We do have a couple of bills that we're gonna have to take care of. Unfortunately, one of the people that was helping this process damaged their vehicle in the process of getting all this worked out, and they're going to need to have that repaired, and we're also going to need to, comp for some fuel and some stuff like that.
I'm certain that we can have that arranged.
Probably need to have a tow vehicle to pick up the one vehicle that was damaged and taken to either a repair shop or the person's residence.
Well, why don't we go ahead and have that taken to a shop? I know a fella. Give me the information and I'll have that taken care of.
Okay, I'll pass that information along to him.
Now, you said you got it within a mile. Do you happen to know exactly where that mile is? Is there anything there? Have you been able to check to see what is at that location?
We're not positive what's there at the moment. We're still investigating.
As soon as possible, we need to know that so I can see whether or not I can have someone take care of the physicality of it.
I understand, sir. We're trying to keep this as quiet and keep it, get the information as fast as possible.
All right.
I'll be in touch, or one of the group members will be in touch.
That would be appreciated. I expect that this should be a priority. Look into it as soon as possible and let me know, preferably before lunch.
Absolutely, sir.
I'm gonna end up taking him home after he gets discharged. So
Okay. Was there anything else? Okay. He hangs up.
Yep. I'm gonna call. Well, are you back home yet, or are you still at the
Well,
hospital?
let's see.
Well, you wouldn't know yet.
Okay.
Call.
Okay,
Find
so-
out. Call the hospital.
No, I'm going to call his. Well, yeah, I've got your house number because we're friends. I'm going to call his number
Okay.
And let him know that the car is being taken care of and going to be taken to a repair shop, and give him the
You said
information
that he
I've
won't
got.
be discharged until about 10.
Yeah.
So, and
Yep.
he didn't call until 9. So,
Yeah.
So if I got a
You
hold
call.
of the
You're gonna get
machine,
the answering machine.
okay, that's what I'll leave the message on.
Okay.
and I got there at 8, talked to him for a few minutes, signed the books, and then probably left. So,
Okay, and so, yeah, they're not going to discharge you until about 10 a.m. So you'll get to eat something finally.
Good.
They will provide you breakfast before you go, if you decide to eat their food.
I do.
Could use some salt, but otherwise it wasn't too bad,
Can't be worse than army chow.
right?
Right.
When you're released, you get home, and your answering machine has 6 messages on it. The first one, are you checking your messages with people present?
So, I did not invite Russ in.
Okay.
So, it is just me in the house.
Okay.
Yeah,
I thank him, but I did not invite him
right. And I will return to my house.
Okay. We'll possibly go over those messages later then, but one message that you did get is that the mayor was making arrangements to have your vehicle taken to a local shop, and he gives you the name of the shop.
in. Okay.
The truck or the vehicle is probably going to be there during for several days while repairs are being done.
Okay.
So that's putting you without a vehicle for the next several days. Okay.
Do you have a spare vehicle?
No, I don't.
The wife's driving that one.
Well, he's going to be at home resting anyway. So.
Yes.
yeah.
Rest and recoup definitely is a strong recommendation from the doctor who's releasing you.
Okay.
If at all possible, take a full week off.
Okay.
Okay. So, where to from here? Why don't we start? Yeah, we'll start with you because we haven't done a whole heck of a lot with you after this point. So,
Yeah. So, given the fact I knew he was going to contact the mayor and stuff, I'm going to say that I was heading back over to his place in case he figured out anything or
okay.
any details.
Are
So,
you-
I come and knock on the door.
Okay. At this moment, I don't know what your character has found out.
Right.
Correct.
Do you know what his character has found out?
No one knows what my
Nobody.
character's
Nobody
No.
does? Okay.
Nobody. Not
But-
until this evening at the earliest, whenever he's
Okay.
able to talk
So
to me.
you're coming over to my house in
Yes.
during the morning
Yes.
after you left Terry.
So I'd say I get there. Let's see. I left there probably around 9. So probably
Give me an IQ roll.
Made it.
Okay. Your phone rings.
Con Residence, this is Thomas. How can I help you?
Thomas, why aren't you at work?
Well, I kind of had a late night last night and just wasn't feeling good. So.
This is the principal at the school that you're supposed to be at. Okay, just making sure. You couldn't call and let us know that you not. We've had a class without a teacher for the last hour and a half.
I apologize, sir. I will do everything I can to get in there. If you can have somebody watch the class for just a little bit, and I'll be in there within the next 45 minutes.
Make it as soon as you can. The janitor can only do so much.
I understand. Thank you, sir.
Okay. He hangs up, and it's one of those loud hang-ups.
Yeah.
She's mad.
And that was a good hang up there.
Yes. You know, you hang it up loud enough, it rings.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just like that.
okay.
Yep,
Yeah,
a little bit.
It did ring.
I don't know what it was, but
Yeah.
That's your phone. Whatever you want to.
But yeah. Olivia upstairs.
Oh,
Try not to, in case she's actually fallen asleep by now.
Well,
There was
Desiree
the cool,
said they
there
were
was
going
the
to be on a
cool
drive.
way
Okay.
to tell somebody that you're waiting on a phone call. You take your phone and set the receiver
Yep.
on it like that. That was code for you're waiting on a phone call. Don't get on the phone.
Because if you got on your phone, you screwed them up.
I don't want to talk to anybody tonight.
Yep.
Yep. You get the fast busy for a little bit, and after, what is it, 5 minutes?
5 minutes.
Was it
I
5?
think it was 5 minutes.
The line would actually just go dead.
Yeah. It's either 5 or 10.
And then you'd have to
Anytime that they
read-
would somebody would try to call you, they would get a busy signal.
So, do I arrive at his place before he leaves or after?
Just before he's getting ready and was going to be driving in. So you're
Okay.
catching him basically as he starts to come out his door.
Before, I'm assuming you're going off to work or something.
I'm running way late. I've got to get going now.
Okay,
My boss is
Upset.
not happy. Let's put it that way.
okay. Did you figure out the stuff with the mayor?
I discussed things with the mayor. He wants us to move speedily on getting answers. I can talk to you about it when I get off work.
Did he not give you a timetable?
He said the faster, the better.
He
Okay.
said by noon?
He gave you a timetable.
Did he?
He said by lunch.
Oh, I did not catch that.
So,
Okay.
Now
So
that,
if you
that's
really-
I missed that.
metagaming.
I know. But,
Okay.
So,
Yes, he said noon at the most. I said that either I or one of the other members of our group would get a hold of him.
okay, and what's the detail that he wants us to figure out by noon?
See if we can find out exactly where the transmission came from or
Okay.
who originated the message.
Okay,
I
you
did let
gave me
him
the
know.
coordinates, right?
Huh?
You gave me the coordinates then?
Well, I told him the mile that we had it tracked down to.
Have you told me the mile?
Yes, you were
Okay.
there.
I'm just double checking
Just
because
making
I wasn't
sure.
sure
Yeah.
if you had stated it or just done the math and only talked with the person
No.
doing the math.
No, I
Okay.
let
So
that go.
I will try and get a hold of him then, and then maybe he and I will go and look if he's
Okay.
willing.
And I'll check in with you or anybody else that I can get a hold of with the group after I get off work. Hope to God I've got a job left at the end of the day.
Yep. Okay, bye.
Bye.
And this entire time you've been just basically slow walking to the car, talking
Backwards,
as you're
yeah.
backing up. Get in the car. Okay, bye. Click.
Okay. So I'm gonna head over to his place since I know where that is.
Okay. Going to his place.
What
Yeah.
time of day?
Let's see.
If you're leaving directly from there, that's going to be about 9:30, 9:45 that you were showing up at his place then.
Okay. Yep, you're not. Okay. Is there a payphone that's close?
There's always a payphone that's close.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the time frame.
Typically, in this sort of neighborhood, you're looking at no more than a mile before you could find a payphone, mile or
Okay.
two that you could drive.
So I'm gonna go find a payphone and then call up his place to see if he can figure out how I can get a hold of him since he's not home.
Who are you calling?
Daryl's
You're
character.
calling Ross?
The medic, yes.
Okay.
Ross.
Hello.
Hi!
Yeah. Hey, what's up?
I'm trying to get a hold of our scientist and he's not home.
Well, he's more than likely at work.
Okay, I don't have his work phone number.
Neither do I.
Oh, son of a. Okay, so we have until noon to figure out what all is at the GPS coordinates that we figured out last night and give it to the mayor. So, would you like to assist me? So I'm not
Well,
going by myself.
I can go with you. And by the way, GPS wasn't invented yet.
This is true.
That's why I'm telling him the coordinates.
Yeah, it's no
Okay.
GPS. It'd be latitude, longitude.
Latitude and longitude coordinates, yes.
So,
Not GPS, woman. Anyway.
Did I say
No,
anything?
I
Yes,
can
you did.
definitely go with you.
Are you
I'm
able
off
to
until
get-
6 a.m. tomorrow.
Are you able to get a hold of our scientist friend as well before we leave, since he's at work, or no?
There's no way. I don't even know where
You
he's
don't know
at.
where he works. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's, come over and pick me up and I will definitely go with you.
Okay, sure thing. Let
Okay.
me leave a message for him at least, so that way he knows what we're doing.
Hey, sounds good to me.
Okay.
I will get ready.
Bye.
You hang up that for me, would you?
So then I call him and I leave him the message. Hey, we're going to the coordinates to figure out something. Mayor wanted the information by noon. I will try and be back by my place by noon, so that way if you need to get a hold of me, you know I will be there at noon to call the mayor and all that stuff.
Okay, who are you saying that to again? I'm sorry.
Me.
Okay.
On my
Leaving
answering
on his voicemail.
Okay.
Or
Answering
answering machine. Answering machine.
Answering machine.
The voicemail?
Oh, whatever.
That's how it works.
Yes. Okay. Calling his answering machine. Leaving a message.
Saying that I will be by my house by noon, so that way if he needs to get a hold of me.
Okay. We are getting close to 10 o'clock. We're probably going to end up finishing up here pretty quick. So the GPS coordinates that he's able to provide to you, or not GPS, the latitude, longitude. Now you got me doing it. Yeah, the latitude, longitude that he's providing to you is putting it out on a map. You're reasonably certain it's on Old Maypearl Road. And Maypearl is all one word.
Not mini pearl.
Huh?
Not mini pearl.
Not mini pearl, Maypearl.
Right.
Like the month of May and Pearl, right?
Yes, correct. And it is, let's see.
I heard Daryl had a crush on mini pearl.
You know, not very many will admit it, but I will.
God, perhaps.
It's southwest of Waxahachie.
Woochie hoochie.
That too.
Watcha.
Are you
You know,
planning
start
on
the whole
trying
trend of
to
having the price tag on your hat.
identify the location,
Like you
what's
realize
there
it's a
yourself, or are
white
you,
country
because
club.
that's,
Start that.
Since we were given that
That's our
timetable,
culture.
that's why
You
I
need to
called
stop
him,
doing
so
that.
I
That's
wouldn't
our
be
culture.
completely
That's
by
cultural
myself.
appropriation.
okay.
Yep.
But figured at least drive by and see
You know, I can almost
buildings
agree with
and all
this.
that, so that way we can give him a
Okay.
better idea.
Okay, that's going to
It's
be
strange,
a
but I
good
can
little
almost agree
drive.
with this.
It's
Uh,
really stretching.
Going from Dallas to Waxahachie. Oh goodness. Let's see.
It's about an hour to Waxahachie.
Yeah, you're looking
Okay.
at about an hour
And
and
it's 10 o'clock.
yeah. So 11:30 probably going to be before you find this location.
Okay, so then we'll just have to find a payphone around that area to talk to the mayor then at 12. We'll have to probably stop at a payphone while we're in that area to call the mayor
Okay.
by 12.
Okay. So gonna go down and check it out yourself, and then call the mayor. That's the plan.
Yeah,
I believe so.
let's do it.
Okay. All right. Are you driving?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I will drive.
Okay. Now, this is not going to allow for an area of knowledge roll because that's specifically the Dallas-Fort Worth area. that you
Right.
have.
Well,
This is going to be
either
outside
of us
that.
could have drove, but okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. When you find the latitude, longitude, according to what you're thinking, the only thing that is here, this is out in the country, there is a large Coliseum-style location. And it is a different form of the AAA. It is the American Auto Duel Association. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday.
Correct, right?
American Auto.
Dual associate.
It's a demolition
Demolition
derby
derby.
place.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
It's
Demo
a coliseum.
It is a huge coliseum, open top, and there are a bunch of different vehicles that are trashed, totally demolished, and there's a huge car crusher on premises, specifically for getting rid of stuff that there's no saving this one anymore.
Right.
There's marquees up indicating who's going to be playing, and yes, indeed, Sunday, there is going to be a American Auto Duel Association Demolition Derby. Tickets are only $5. You're only going to be needing the edge of your seat. Yes.
Okay.
I look over at her and I was like, have I been told about the entertainment connection or no?
No.
You
Okay.
have not.
You have
been
none of
informed.
that
Okay,
Because
okay.
he was not home, and
was
I
out.
couldn't get a hold of him.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna just look at it and go, a demo derby? That's
Okay.
exactly what I'm gonna say and do.
So, in that case, find a payphone close by, and then
Yeah, good
calling.
Actually, they have some in front of the Coliseum.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go and use one of those payphones, and then I'm gonna call him first to see if he's home yet.
Calling him.
Yes.
Of course, there'd be payphones in front. They need a ride home after they've demolished their car.
Right.
Let's see.
Why do I know about that?
I'm gonna guess that lunchtime you'd have a lunch hour.
Oh, yeah.
She's essentially calling you
Terry, I know where the
just a little bit
mayor's
before normal
sitting
lunch
in the
hours
car.
would be. So you can take your lunch hour at roughly any time.
Yeah. Would I, just throwing this out there, would I, because I know they existed, where you could call your home,
Mm-hmm.
check your messages from the phone.
Mm-hmm.
Would I have that system?
You can call your answering machine and put in a code.
In order
Yeah.
to get the answering machine to play your message.
message.
Call
And
notes was
it
a
only works.
Yeah.
It only worked on touch tone phones.
Yeah.
It didn't
So you
work
couldn't,
on the
like,
old
call
styles.
Yeah.
But I'm at a military base.
Yeah.
I feel we might have touchtone.
Yeah, military would have switched over to touch tone by 85.
And I would,
Because-
I'd like the top line gadgets.
1980s, like 80, or actually late 70s is when NCIC started being used. It's the first time that somebody was actually captured that was an interstate issue by way of.
And it was called Spider.
And then
The NCIC system was.
the 911 system was integrated into the Dallas-Fort Worth area in 1981 or 82. I did some research into this preparation for the game. So the 911 touch tone would have been available, so you probably would have access to this. So yes, you can have checked your messages.
And I would have heard her call. So
And say that.
yeah, I might hit home at lunch.
Okay. So you're going to take a little bit of an early lunch in order to make certain that she has availability to try to get a hold of you.
Yeah.
So she's calling you then at 11:40. Phone rings.
Oh yeah, I'll pick it up. Hello.
Hey, we just checked the location of the
Latitude, longitude.
latitude, longitude that we had just gotten last night.
Uh huh.
It's on Old Maypearl Road. It's
Okay.
southwest of Waxahachie.
Waxahachie.
Wakasashi.
Wakasashi. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It's a Coliseum. That's American Auto Duel, so it's a demo derby.
Okay.
No idea how that pertains to any of the stuff we learned.
Are you there like out in front of it?
Yes, I'm calling from its.
Does it say USCO Multimedia Corporation or anything? LLC, anything like that?
Checking the marquee posters.
Yep, looking around.
Not up. They would have marquee posters
Yeah,
down
they
below.
would have
so,
mark and
And it'd
the.
be on the very bottom of it.
Yep,
Yep.
bottom left. Generally.
yeah, bottom left or bottom right, somewhere small print along,
Yep.
depending on what the splash of color looks like
Yeah.
the best. Yeah, USCO. It is a USCO location.
Okay, well that's
part of my research, I found out that this hole with the corporations wanting to buy for the house. Part of them is under the USCO Corporation, and that's multimedia. They cover anything for entertainment. So that's something. And obviously, it'd be pretty easy to broadcast from. You have all sorts of radio stuff there to begin with, I'm sure, for announcements on the intercoms and stuff like that.
The public address system would be probably something easy enough to hijack to utilize. So this Coliseum, from the outside, you can see that there are high
Antennas?
well, not antenna, but high towers that could be utilized for antenna. But these are the ones that have lights that point down, because this is a dusk into evening event. So they have lights available, just like a football field, football stadiums.
You know what would be cool here? Like a giant robotic dinosaur that would crush cars. This would be good at this place. I will work on this.
Nice.
Okay.
Anyway,
So,
game on.
so it's that company that is the connection that we're finding.
That's what I would go with. That's
Okay.
definitely a.
What did you say the company name was again?
USCO Multimedia.
Multimedia. Okay, I will probably call the mayor because he wanted an update by noon. And then I'm probably going to head home, and then we can discuss more about what you researched and everything after that.
Okay, so we're going to meet at. Let's hear.
Ross's place.
Ross,
or
yeah, Ross.
Thomas's place. Or
Ross's makes sense to me.
Yeah,
Ross.
probably. And then I'll just leave a message on everyone's, or if you want to call everyone and let them know we're meeting at Ross's to discuss what you researched.
I'm good with that.
So that way I'm not spending too much time on a payphone.
Go on.
Yeah, we're only an hour away.
Yeah, because you're about to run out of time on your time.
Yep, we're an hour away, so I'll see you
See you
in an
there.
hour or so.
Alrighty.
Bye.
Okay.
Hang up, and then I guess I'm calling the mayor real quick.
Okay.
So, call him.
You get the receptionist.
Have you seen the dog with the blue collar?
Hold for a moment.
Thank you.
A couple clicks, and then this is Austin. How can I help?
It's Gwen. I got the update on the location and everything.
And everything. What do you mean, and
Well,
everything?
not everything yet. We still need to discuss some of the information because we've been trying to jumble jobs and this, but obviously making this as much of a priority as possible. So, the location that the
Actually,
broadcast,
available, yeah.
Yeah.
the location that this broadcast came from is from Old Maypearl Road by Southwest Waxa. I can't pronounce.
Waxahachie.
Waxahachie. It's the Coliseum of American Auto Duels.
American Auto Duel Association.
Yeah. The Demo Derby, and the main connection we're finding between the broadcast and this derby is the USCO Multimedia Company. Because they're funding a lot of shell companies.
Are they all? Are you sure that they're all shell companies? Well, if it's a shell company in this particular case, that would make sense. But
Their name has been slightly attached to a lot of the things. We haven't fully discussed everything because I just had to drive an hour and a half to get here to figure this out.
okay.
And he waited to tell me until 10:30 or so that you needed the information by noon.
That would prove problematic. Yeah, I can see that.
So, trying to give you as much as what I have right now, so that way you are aware of at least the location and the connection we have found out so far. But obviously we still need to do more research and discuss stuff.
I was really hoping last night that you would call me to let me know so that we could possibly catch them before they were able to take all of their equipment down. I wanted to be able to intercept them as soon as possible. I mean, just because they have a location, that doesn't mean necessarily that they are actually associated with that business.
Sure.
That just means that the broadcast came from there. Unless we can tie the equipment to that place, look. And even then, we don't know who accessed it unless we can find the woman whose voice was being heard over the radio.
True. That.
Have you got... I realize that this is not necessarily your forte. This is not necessarily an area where you excel. What?
Did you tell her that the correlation of that company and the will?
No.
Mm-mm.
I was short, sweet, like, okay, you said
I
it's
know
not
this.
a dual company? Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're a short phone call, so yeah, I haven't really spilled the beans on all the
Okay.
whole thing.
So, well, if we can legitimately tie the business, then this business, the American Auto Dealer Association, to what's going on, you're going to need to actually check the place in order to see if there's still the broadcast equipment there. You said that Thomas waited until late to tell you. Is he there with you?
No, he's at work because he apparently was late to work.
All right.
I am with Ross, and it's just the two of us right now.
And neither one of you are experts when it comes to the communications equipment.
Yeah, we're not experts.
Okay. All right. Well then, why don't we suggest that a reconnaissance is going to be in order. Probably several of you together, and I will use what influence I can to make certain that police give you at least a 5-minute head start in case somebody does put an alarm in at the American Auto Dealer Association.
Okay.
Well, there should be something set up to help coordinate these things a little bit better. Just is there some place that we could meet so that I can assist with some of the coordination on this? Is there somewhere you prefer? I'd rather it not be something associated with the government.
Okay.
Oh, and also, next time you speak with Trevor, Mr. Smith, would you let him know that we've had a contact from the MPs?
MPs, okay.
Yes.
I will
The,
pass that.
the issue is going to be taken care of, and it's not going to be necessarily a happy disposition.
Okay. Not a happy disposition and MPs, got it.
Can we meet together somewhere?
So I'm meeting with the team, most of the team, in about an hour or so after I drive back.
Yeah. He's still going to be at work until 3.
Well,
Yeah.
okay. So we're probably going to meet after.
The earliest you're probably going to be able to get everybody together is going to be 4 or 5 p.m.
Okay. So
How about I make a suggestion of a location?
yes.
What about University Park? It's nice, it's open, it's, you know, we can meet by park benches. There's a large fountain. We can meet at the large fountain.
Okay. Given the fact that we need to discuss the information and all know what's going on, I had already got some of the people to meet at one of our houses, so we'll probably just all drive from that house over to the fountain. So I'd say 5:30, 6 o'clock range.
Why don't we make certain that everybody has plenty of time, and we'll make it 6:30.
Sure thing.
All right. I will see you all then, as many as possible, 6:30 p.m.
At the fountain.
at the fountain.
Okay.
And we're probably going to call it for the night there. Okay.
Do I turn these back in, or?
Yes. Sadly, they are use them or lose them.
I figured.
Perhaps if I had told you
Thank you.
specifically what you were making rolls for, you may have said, you know what, let me go ahead and use this for that now.
You want to hand that to Jimmy for me?
Like, you know, the health roll to heal back a level of wound. If you'd known that, you might have gone ahead and said, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and use this now.
Yeah. That's it.
Okay. I'm curious, what direction did you think I was going with? Because you're like, I know, but I can't say anything.
Oh, I thought that they would work out to longitude and latitude coordinates, but then I backed off, and I thought that it was going to be in a phone book or something, because the LL would map up to a part of the map, and then we'd zero in that way. That's where I was going with it.
That makes sense.
And I
Same
don't-
thing happens with any of the standard street maps, too.
Yeah.
I don't know why I immediately went to trying to put it into a word, but that's exactly where my mind went, was thinking the 3 was a backwards E.
I thought that too.
Well, it was for the first half of the word.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Well, a portion of that is, elite speak. A lot of online gamers tend to use those replacements for a lot of things. So, okay, let's go ahead and go over what people learned. Well, you weren't here last time. We'll start with you.
Can't drive a car.
Wow.
Now, to that end, there is a teacher in your group, and he knows how to drive, so he could actually teach you.
There's multiple
There you go.
teachers.
Do you have teaching?
No.
No, he
He
doesn't.
has teaching skill.
Okay, that.
I have teaching skill, but I don't know how to drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, in
Fuck
character, I wasn't involved in all that tonight, so.
Yeah. So it's mostly what you personally learned. Because when I'm asking what did you learn, it's you or your character or both.
I learned that we really need to aggregate these details into some sort of usable format, because there is a lot of facts and information, and it's all siloed in the characters, so I think we need to corport it. That's what I learned.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough. Go ahead and go with the 2 experience. And you learned that there was a change between 3rd edition and 4th edition with regards to the paperwork.
I thought this was a third PDF, and it's not. It wasn't a calculated one.
Okay, that's just weird because.
Yeah, that's definitely fourth.
And when I did the math for it,
Yeah.
you would have needed more points in order to buy extra.
I'll go back and look,
Extra hit points.
because I did my point spin on a spreadsheet.
Uh-huh.
I'll go back and see what I did.
Yeah, back when I double checked it from the sheet that you provided, I didn't notice the hit points being different than your health, so it didn't clue me into the idea that there was an issue there.
All right.
Or I figured it was an autofill, and then when I converted it over to a standard, because I'm positive that I
I
have.
might have had some autofill fields or something that I didn't realize, because I remember typing. But yeah, I'll go back and look.
Okay. We will double check that one between now and next gaming session.
Okay.
All right. So 2 experience points for you. Gwen, what did you learn tonight?
A lot of information, a lot of facts that definitely need to be taken down with notes. And also, yes, I know he learned a lot of stuff, but because it was his thing, so that way I don't metagame, I didn't take notes of what he learned. So that way,
Oh goodness.
Right?
your character has a good memory though, so.
That's why I have him. He has to tell me everything.
Ah.
That's fine.
Yeah, that he paid for the high end version of that.
Okay.
Yes.
So yeah.
So I don't have to take notes.
Yeah, but trying to get better at metagaming and then keeping as detailed notes as possible and making sure the whole jumping around and the phone call thing can get very annoying very fast.
Now, that whole not communicating well is definitely something that your group is
Well, we don't have.
excelling at. You're not communicating, I need to go here, I need to go there. Partly because you're doing the whole metagame thing and thinking, oh, he already knows because he's right here, but your characters don't know that. So, continue.
And also realizing that the mayor wanted us to call him immediately after the broadcast, not the following day, because I had assumed with what time it was.
He wanted to be able to arrest the bastards in the process if he could.
Yeah.
I mean, if you had somebody blackmailing you, wouldn't you want to be able to have somebody jump on the person who's broadcasting?
Yeah. And that was my fault for assuming that he
This was gonna
didn't
be-
want contact after this time
Right,
because he didn't want to wake his wife and other things.
right. Unless it's an immediately important thing. That would be immediately important.
I'm almost kind of surprised he wasn't here with us listening to the
The broadcast.
transmission himself. I mean, he could have been listening on his own radio or had something tuned in that way.
Reasonably certain that he was.
Because he mentioned the female voice.
Yeah, because that was I didn't say anything, but
That's why he had you
I
guys.
picked up on that.
Yep. Okay. Anything else?
That's it.
That's your experience. Right. What did you learn tonight, Mark?
A lot of stuff. I learned how to operate a ham equipment stuff. That was kind of cool. So here's my 1 point to start with. I'm going to make a character point and spend it. I was hoping to save it, but it was for a good cause. The whole Shell Corporation is a big, huge thing that's covering a lot of stuff, and it looks like the Auto Duel Association is a cover at least, maybe. I don't know. Something there. More stuff could be there. Got a car crash. That's a good thing to get rid of evidence and stuff. So, and like I said, communication. There's communication of us as a whole. We don't like each other. We don't share a lot.
There's
And then-
distrust for sure.
Oh yeah. And then the other part is it's the 80s. We really need to spring for beepers, guys. Not gonna lie, beepers.
Now, one character in the group does actually have a cell phone. He paid for one. I know for sure. When we went over his character creation,
Yeah, I didn't pay for one.
he has a cell phone
He has a
because he was a
bag phone?
techie guy. He's got the bag phone,
Nice.
not one. It's attached to his car, and it's not the fake cell phone because they did sell those in the 80s for people who were
Right.
Wanted to look at.
wanted to look like I'll spend for $20 for a fake phone so that I can look like I'm actually talking to somebody.
So I'm not done with my stuff either. That info there. We need a better communication group. Still don't see why we should care. It's not any of our problems. It's the mayor's.
We're getting paid.
See, I wasn't aware we
Still,
were getting paid
I
until
was-
tonight.
You didn't make it last gaming session. Yeah, nobody communicated that to you because they thought that you were there.
Yeah, I didn't go to the meeting because I still don't trust this guy. I don't trust this guy for very personal reasons now. As you heard, the military police paid him a visit. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else?
No, that's probably it. I probably do something else, but good.
Okay. Go ahead and go with 2 more experience. All right.
Okay. I learned to check the vehicle's gas tank before I take off.
No shit.
I learned that walking in the cold sucks,
Mm-hmm.
especially when you could be just driving, I guess.
Yeah.
Black ice is slick. It can hurt you.
Is that a
Steal
racist
your wallet.
joke?
Black ice didn't hurt
Huh?
me. It was the steel.
And steal your wallet.
Okay, there's
Yeah.
a racist joke.
You're welcome.
It is the 80s.
Right.
Anyway.
Ice baby. No, it was 90s anyway. Wasn't it?
That was definitely the 90s.
Yeah. Distrust in our group is high. Distrust in our employer is higher. Some people can be counted on in our group. It's definitely not.
That's fine. I'm perfectly happy not
no.
being part.
No.
What the hell?
It's okay. I learned something about radios too because I had to drive around. I don't know the I didn't find it out, but you know the Shell Corporation and
Okay.
and
You as a player learned this.
yeah, as a player, it was kind of interesting to see how it might be connected.
Right?
I mean, we don't have solid proof, but it might be connected. So, to me, you know, as a player,
See how this plays out.
it's just infinite. The possibilities are really infinite.
Yeah. It's been a month since our last gaming session.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering how much you remember. There was one little throwaway line almost that the mayor had given. He was talking about been getting some pressure from Silicon Valley about this.
Right, right. I discarded it really. I guess I should have remembered and looked into that, or at least
This
brought
is
that up.
a part of why we have this system in place too.
Right, right,
The
right,
tokens are definitely a nice thing.
right. And I learned the black token sucks
It
for
does.
everybody but me.
Yeah.
Realize he got the worst stuff.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say,
He did.
he got his
He's in
ass
the-
kicked by the black token.
Yeah,
It was a case of, okay, this is just going to be an automatic failure. The dice just hated him tonight.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
Not work out.
And
And
I
that's
did.
sad because, you know, if you'd remembered the dice that I bought you, those were on fire the
Oh,
previous
they're in
time.
a special safe place so that I don't forget them
Right, and
in
you
my coat pocket.
forgot them. Yeah. Yeah, this is everything that I learned.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, giggity.
All right, go ahead and add 2 experience to your character.
Something you could use that
What?
instead of cuss words.
Giggity.
I would be
That's borderline the same thing.
right. All right, Jake, what did you or Thomas learn tonight?
Well, I learned that if I want to loan somebody a vehicle, it needs to have gas in it.
Amen to that.
Or the black token will find you.
If I do,
Or
loan-
make sure whoever you send to rescue us has the drive skill.
Yeah, that's where like I should have gone
It's all
because I
good,
thought
I'm
he
at
did.
have a gas can in the back of the truck that has gas in it,
So what?
Yeah.
or at least can affect some of something along those
spend-
lines.
To get a new skill was 3 points.
No, that's Hunter.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, this is an entirely different setup.
I gotta think now. You gotta spend. Oh,
And if we could not talk over him.
sorry.
The fact that I didn't catch the fact that the mayor wanted the information by noon, that was kind of a big faux pas on my part. But we kind of got things figured out. The fact that the multimedia group owns the Coliseum and the Demolition Derby, as well as several other things, and the whole Earth catalog. I find that kind of interesting.
Right.
That kind of leads me to some assumptions. I'll say it's assumptions because I don't know yet,
Okay.
but it's been interesting. It is kind of a pain in the butt going back to 1980s technology as far as not having a cell phone where you can immediately call somebody or leave them a reliable message.
Text them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
So-
if it had been recent days, I would have texted
Yeah.
him the
Everything.
coordinates that night because then he could have read it whenever he needed to.
Right.
So, yeah. On the other hand, it is reminding me of some technologies with ham radio that I haven't had to deal with for a while, or the military communication side of things that I haven't had to deal with for a while. So it's been kind of fun that way.
Okay.
That's it.
That's cool. I like it. Go ahead and add 2 experience points to your character. This has been Dice Shrapnel. If you enjoyed this content, please consider hitting the like, share, or subscribe buttons.